Hello? Hey, let's do it again. G'day, legends! What's good, boys? How are you? Thank you, Mike, for the $2, mate. I appreciate you. Ruined. I was doing it again, Mike. I was starting the stream again, and now you've gone and donated and ruined. Let's do it again. All right, hang on 1 second. hang on 1 second. And you get it. Wait. Intro? All right, reset the intro. Okay. Intro goes like that. There we go. Wait for a little bit for the music to build. Guy legend! Oh, fuck. Doesn't matter. How are we, guys? What's good, man? Thanks for the $2, dude. I really appreciate it. What was I up to? Where am I up to? Dude, he's talking to himself. I know. What a bloody idiot. Bro was yapping to himself. I was quite happily just yapping to myself. There I was. Anyway, doesn't matter. We're here now. What's up, Steve Spiros? How are you, dude? Third time's the charm. We nearly got there. This is what he does for the videos, but this is literally how I do the videos. If I screw something up, I just go, alright, hang on. Reset. And we're here. Raging Dougie is, but I'm not. I've not even raged out this week. I've not even raged at all this week. I've been so calm this week. I don't even know where this Raging Dougie theory comes from. It's not even true. Anyway, how are we, guys? Happy Friday to everybody. You got the day off work, so it was a good day for you. Nice one, Steve. That's awesome, dude. Well done, man. I had the opposite of the day off work today. I sanded down a house, and then the builder really needed help getting the skip filled. And he's quite a good builder of mine. Like, me and him have a very good working relationship. So I was like, all right, I'll hang out and help you fill up the skip. So you know that feeling after you've gone for a long run or a long swim or a lot of sex where your whole body just feels like air, like it's just floating? Cooked, mate. I'm cooked. It's good though. Like I feel like I'm mentally with it, but I can feel my body is 100% exhausted, which is good to see. Anyway, here we are, boys. Happy Friday to everybody. My body is doing a lot better than Brian Ortega's body. I'll tell you that, guys. I'll tell you that for free. Brian Ortega is absolutely cooked. Have you guys seen the images of Brian Ortega trying to make the weight? I don't know if he was sent to hospital and then sent back to the arena. I don't know what is going on, but they have both weighed in for a catch weight of 155 pounds. So the co-main event is still on for UFC Shanghai. Wildness, mate. Yeah, Alex. At first it was cancelled. This is why the news came out that way. At first it was cancelled, but then Aljamain Sterling agreed to take it at 155, so that's what they went with. Help me says coin flip pick. No, mate, I'm going for 100%. We need to get 100% on this card. We need to. I started off at 4th in the rankings. I've slipped down to 7th. I need 100% to get myself back into the rankings, mate. Tell us more how you feel with your body. I'm just cooked. You know what I'm saying, Eric? You know, after like a big workout, you just feel. I've had like the whole day has been a workout. Like I went to the gym this morning, and then I went and sanded down, and then I went and filled the skip, and I'm just like, my body is cooked. My body is cooked. I've got like a nice bottle of scotch. I got a cigar as well. I'm just gonna kick back on the couch and just be drained. It would be good if there was a woman here to, you know, but that's not the life that we live anymore, is it? So a cigar will have to do. Brian hurt himself falling down the Great Wall of China. Racist. I like it. Can't wait to see if the worst picks. I can't wait to see the worst MMA picks I've ever heard of my. These are going to be good picks. Help me. Don't worry about that. These are going to be good. Missing weight and being a soft-bodied Ortega is not a good sign. I agree, Steve Spartos. I said the exact same thing in the Discord just before I went live. How the hell can you miss weight by this much and be this demasculated, have this lack of muscle? It's disgusting. What's up, Conor McGregor? How are you, dude? I met Calvin Cater in Dallas at a coffee shop. Dude is cool. He seems like a cool guy. I get that. What's up, Yog? How are you, dude? Can you talk more about Alexa Grasso's feet? No. How are you, Yog? Good to see you, mate. It's time to fire Ortega. It is, man. You know, the eagle. What's up, I Luvin Al? Hello. Welcome to my channel. My name is Dougie. What's up, Gung Show? How are you, mate? Hamzat versus Islam. Who you got? I got Hamzat. How are we, guys? Welcome to my channel. My name is Dougie. I make an MMA video every bloody day of the week, and I go live all the time where I talk to these beautiful autists. It's a good time, mate. I screwed my picks. I was going for a cheeky Ortega sub, but I think he's cooked. I think he's cooked too, Alex. Yeah, I think he's cooked too. Bro, if DDP won, I would have gotten 15k. Ooh, Murphy won, but I broke even still. Well, at least you broke even. Better than going down the hole. Aljo is goated. Brian was trying to do himself out of the fight. Now he has the weight advantage. He's still going to lose Alex. What? Eric. He's still going to lose Eric. Yeah, he's still going to lose. I don't think the weight advantage is going to help him. This wasn't exactly like a Brian battle. He just didn't bother cutting weight. Like, you can see that Brian Ortega did everything he could to try and make the weight. He looks like he's dying on the stool. Fuck you, Dougie. My day was similar. I had a great workout. There you go, Ricky. You know the feeling, mate. You know the feeling where you're drained. You're absolutely drained. Your soul is drained. What whiskey did you get, laddie? You must consult with the expert, laddie. I just got a Johnny Black for this. This one helped me. Just a standard bottom shelf Johnny Black. Nothing crazy, mate. Dougie wants a little bit of... Nothing wrong with a little bit of cancer every now and then. I'm extremely aged and I live in Australia. The sun gives you cancer. There's killer jellyfish in the ocean. Car brakes give you cancer. Wind gives you cancer. I work in the plaster industry, which means I'm constantly pulling out ceilings. That'll give me cancer. Insulation will give me cancer. I've got plaster dust sitting in the bottom of my lungs, mate. My dad lost half a lung when he was 80. It's fucking... If you can't enjoy these moments of life, what's the point? Might as well just be the boy in the bubble. Hamzat versus Islam. Who you got? We did that one. Stop ignoring the I pick puppies MMA name suggestion. It fits you. I kick puppies MMA. No, Eric, that's disgusting. How much did Ortega miss weight by? A fair bit, Mike. So they're doing the catch weight at 150 or 155. A fair bit, dude. A fair bit. Ortega and Walder are my underdog picks. Nice one, XMP. I don't know about Ortega, but that's bold. That's a bold choice. Gong Show says, where are you from? From Melbourne, brother. From Melbourne, Australia. I just got here from the Verticals. What's this channel about? Yumjoy, you've been here before. How are you, man? Good to see you. Did you see Edward's bro got a headshot dead type of KO? I didn't. Where was this? 927 Gunner. Is he in the PFL? Oh, there you go. Help me likes a standard bottom shelf, a standard mid-range. Johnny Walker Black is goated. You have my approval. Thank you. Help me. Thank you, laddie. I appreciate it, laddie. I got cancer from too much sex. It is possible. Australia's nice. That's cool. I'm from Canada. Nice one, Gung Show. We have I could tell you have a Canadian flag in your profile picture. Yeah, we have a bunch of Canadians in the channel. We've got Mitch, who'll be here soon. We've got Christian Gray, who'll be here soon. We've got a few Canadians in the channel, so welcome, Canada. Welcome, welcome. I just made another bison ribeye steak and some white rice. I can't stop eating. They're so bloody good. Nice one, Ricky. I've never had bison, mate. We don't really have bison in Australia, so it's not a meat you really get. Put another shrimp on the fucking barbie, mate. You get it, dude. Impression of aspirin inhaling too much plaster dust, resulting in a double lung transplant. Guys, update 113. My second set of lungs didn't take well to the plaster. But I'm gonna live out my dream of being a plasterer. I'm gonna get a third set of lungs. Never stop chasing your PFL, there you go. Waldo going to hit Sergey with the 99 basketball straight down the chin. He might, XMP, he might. Christian Gray is a comedian. He just dropped a few points in my rankings. Canadian. They will call me a crazy man for picking Waldo and Charles Johnson underdog picks, but I will be the one to climb the picks ladder. You know, Alex, I'm not going to ruin it. Alex, I'm not going to ruin it. Alex, I'm not going to ruin it. Dougie hates the Canadians. I do not hate the Canadians. I think Pereira, Pavlovich, Zhang are almost definitely going to hit. I'm probably even going to bet, though, they're all favorite. Yeah, fair enough, Steve Spartos. Why not, dude? What is a super fight you want to see or wish would happen? Thomas Fennell versus Francis Ngannou. Tony Ferguson versus Khabib. GSP, after he fought Bisping, moving back down to welterweight. Khabib moving up to welterweight. What else? That's it. Thank you, Steve Spidos, for the $3, man. I really appreciate it. How are you, Nacho? Good to see you. Pick or Costa, you frog. We'll get into my picks soon, mate. Thank you very much for the $3, Steve Spiros. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. And thank you, Mike Lang, for the $2 beforehand. You guys are legends. I appreciate it. Why have I got a gay pair blowing me a kiss? Steve, I want you to take that back. I want you to call your bank and say that there was a mistake. How dare you, Doug? Askren is a brave warrior for fighting his illness. I know. I was making a little laugh, mate. If we get Classic Sergey, I think he for sure wins. Why would we get Classic Sergey? What makes you think we're going to get Classic Sergey? We haven't gotten Classic Sergey in so long. Why would we get him? On sad news, apparently people in Ben Askren's situation have a life expectancy of 5 to 7 years. I know, XMP, that's why we must laugh and bring him happiness as much as we can until then. Your master forgot. Your master forgot. Herbert Burns versus John Jones so we can embarrass the fake GOAT. Herbert Burns versus John Jones so we can embarrass the fake. Yes! Herbert Burns is the one that can destroy John Jones. Exactly right, dude. And Nacho, I saw what you sent me in the Discord, brother. I like it. I'm going to make that into an emoji. I just haven't had time yet. I'll do it this weekend, bro. Conor Masvidal in 2020 at welterweight would have been good. Yep. Khabib Islam would be insane. That would be insane, actually. Yeah, I agree. Just dropping in to like the stream and say goodnight. Good night, Pablo. Good night, dude. Thank you for dropping in. I appreciate it, guys. Like the stream. Make sure to like the stream. Waldo Ortez Acosta beats John Jones. You know what? Maybe in big 2025, maybe he does. Waldo Ortez Acosta just finds a way to win, even though I don't think that he does win. Anyway, let's get into it, boys. Let us get into it. Let's start picking some fucking fights, shall we? Oh, God, I've got... Hang on a second. One second, chat. It's Friday, so everyone's getting in their last little, hey, Doug, did you... Oh, what are you going to... Oh, on Monday? Hey, Dougie. Well, you say that, and yet it has not been. You say you've paid the invoice. You say you've paid the invoice, and yet when I look at my bank account, the invoice is not there. So I will check back in half an hour, but my bank account tells me you have not paid the invoice. So I've still got time before 5 p.m. to call you, and I will. Right, let me get my picks up. My notes up. Sorry, chat. Just end of business in Australia. You know what it is. You know how it is. You know what it is. When are we doing the picks? Literally right now. Literally right now. Literally right now. We're going to do the picks right bloody now, mate. Here we go. I've got my picks here. I need my other Tapology screen here. All right. Dougie getting rorted by the clients. Dougie is getting rorted by the clients again. I've got an email confirmation saying, we've paid the invoice, mate. Like a couple of tradies knock off in Melbourne about 3:30, 4 o'clock. It's 2:30 now. Their offices are open till 5. The builders' offices are open till 5. They've sent me a confirmation email saying, we've just paid your invoice. I'm looking at my fucking bank account. No, you haven't. Anyway, that's just the pleasures of owning your own business, gentlemen. That is the pleasures of owning your own business. Where were we, boys? Where were we? The people aren't ready. How bad did the eagle look on the scale? Pretty fucking bad, Nacho. He looked pretty fucking bad, dude. He is never making 145 again, man. Mine that I would pick for the card is Chris Dawkins, but I'm thinking about picking Johnny Walker. Do not pick Johnny Walker, help me. Do not pick Johnny Walker, dude. When are we doing picks? We're going to do them right now. The Magic Invoice. Spreaders hate that one trip. Magic Invoices. Spreaders hate this one check. You say you've paid the invoice, but you don't actually pay the invoice. Does Kavanagh catch Johnston sliving, or is this a potential bloody war? Ooh, you're going to have to wait to see. 927 Gunner. Strap in, strap on, lube up. We're doing the picks. Kaio has the best chance to beat Humzat, and any other opinion is wrong. No, Fluffy. Clients forget to hit the Osoko button. They fucking do, Alpeg. They do. Instead, they just send you an email saying, oi, trust us, it's been done. Johnny Walker is the most dangerous pick of 2025. That is literally true, Nacho. Literally true. Right, who the fuck are these cunts? Yep, I've got notes here. Yep. Okay, I've got very specific notes here. Erden Salboidiev is bigger, thicker, and girthier, and is going to mog him. So I've gone with Urin Salberdiev to mog him. Just because he's bigger and thicker. I know, really, really intricate stuff here. Who the fuck is this cunt? No wonder I don't remember shit about this guy. Right. Oh, that's right, the fight with Martin Budai. Let's have a look. Okay. Jesus Christ. All right, there we go. Money's in the account. Pull up the tail of the tape. Yeah, I know. How are you, Better MMA? Good to see you, dude. Fluffy has no chance of beating Hamzat. Nobody can counter wrestle him. Kaio has very underrated guard and a sub game. Fluffy has no chance of beating Hamzat. Nobody can counter wrestle him. Kaio has a very underrated guard and a sub game. I think Fluffy does, man, because Fluffy can wrestle back to him and give him a little bit of back pressure. Like, it's not just going to be all domination from Hamzat. Fluffy is not going to be scared to roll with him. Nobody can counter wrestle him. Kaio is a very underrated guard and sub game. I don't ever like picking the jiu-jitsu guy in bottom position with the wrestler on top, because I feel like the jiu-jitsu guy in bottom position wastes way too much time looking for subs, and the wrestler not only has top control, he has time in the dominant position, but also if he knows how to keep his limbs safe, like all the way in or all the way out, he can generally posture up and do the ground and pound. So I disagree, help me. The eagle's feathers were plucked and his beak was smashed. We just don't have time to regrow them now, man. I'm glad you asked, but 100%, you know I'm coming back for this fight. 100%, man. You know we're gonna be Betty. You can't talk about mogging with your brutal total facial width and height ratio. You're all good, Better MMA. I'm not one of those black-pilled online chronic incel guys that have to chip away at their own jaw to try and chat slow, and Dougie's still skipping. I didn't skip a single comment. Oh, shit. I did skip some comments. Sorry, guys. Johnny Walker is such an odd skull. He does have a very odd skull. That is true, Better MMA. Is Walker still at Connor's gym? I don't know. I have no idea, corporatism. No idea. Fluffy Champ 2026 and smokes a blunt in the octagon after this win. Based, Fluffy, based. All right, Fluffy has no chance. So thank you, Nacho. I appreciate that, dude. Skipped mine. We were betrayed. I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't see that. Who's winning this one? Who is winning this one? Right. Suya Shul versus Long Shu. Yep, Suya Shu versus Long Shu. I got this one. Suya Su has got more tools in the grappling, Dougie. Pick Suya Su. Chat, Suyang Su has got more tools with the grappling. You should pick Suyang Su over Long Shu. I'm all over it, mate. I've not only have I barely glanced at these fights while plastering all week, I've taken mildly intriguing notes as well. Suyang Su, right. Fucking hell. Oh, yes! Yeezer, knockout, round 3. Wes Wilson is dog shit. That one was easy. All right. Mikhail Pereira, yes. Pereira, round 1. Yes, this one was easy. Right. Ooh. All right. What am I up to? Dougie, Kaio is a fighting nerd. His game plan will not be the subs from the bottom. He will use BJJ to get up and trouble Hamzat on the feet. Now, that is a understandable game plan, help me. Absolutely, dude. Yeah. Using the jiu-jitsu from the bottom to create some scrambles to get back up onto the feet. Could say that, but I just think Fluffy has got more dominance. I don't believe in Kaio that much. Help me, I just don't. Paulo Costa sold me the Machinarial Hawani show with the Masvidal game plan. I take his head and I knee him to the head. This is good. This is how you win. This good win. Ben could live up to 20 years more. It really depends on his health. As long as he doesn't take the drinking and smoking route like Dougie, he has a chance. That is true. I don't smoke. I'm extremely Asian. I don't smoke. I have a cigar every now and then, like maybe once every 3 months. I don't smoke. Drinking, yeah, but I don't even drink that much, mate. Just get blackout over the weekend. Is Walker's skull the weird thing, or is it the neck that makes him look so weird? I genuinely don't know. I think it's a bit of both. It's both. He's got a weird skull, and then he's got a weird sort of grey alien neck that sits on top of it. You know what I mean? Gets an invoice paid, and suddenly he thinks he can skip the chat show. No, Nacho, that's not it. Did anyone else watch Aldo dying on stream before Ortega stopped cutting? Did anyone else watch Aldo dying on the stream before? No, what happened, Portuguese Herzog? What stream was it on? Was it on the weigh-in stream? Impression of Chinese fighter losing and returning to his dad, who calls him a disgrace to the family. Oh, sorry, father. I did not win this fight. You are a disgrace. Time to Seppuku. Go to the forest. Watch out for Logan Paul. He's still trying to get content. We are picking Charles Johnson. Rich man thing, Nacho. Not rich. Nope. Pereira is an awful pick. Pereira is a fucking great pick. Help me. Trust me, brother. I get 100% pick ratio. Bro, you sound like an Indian? No, mate. No, I'm Australian, mate. But I do not sound like an Indian, sir. This is how an Indian sounds, sir. Okay? Don't tell me how to speak Indian, sir. He mogged a little Brit. There you go. Help me against Kyle. I know. Against someone who's good, I agree, but not against the great Kyle Dorcas. Kyle Dorcas barely deserves to be in the UFC. Isn't Kyle Dorcas just coming back out of getting kicked out of the UFC from memory, Steve Spados? Let me check. Wasn't Kyle Dorcas just kicked out of the UFC and then come back? Yes. Yes. He lost to fucking Eric Anders, brother. And Phil Hawes. Yeah. You know, we don't pick Kyle Dorcas. We do not pick Kyle Dorcas. What's up, Capatheist? How are you, dude? What's up, Mr. C? I did a quick search for the most Jewish MMA fighter, and Ariel Helwani was in the top 5 results. Just putting that out there. I don't think Ariel's ever fought MMA, Mike Lang. RDI has 5 fights more than Dana White and John Jones in the bedroom rounds. Very gay. I like it. Let me punch through some of these so I can catch up, mate. Let me punch through some of these. What's up, Jim? How are you, dude? Let me punch through some of these so I can catch up. He's racially profiling you, thinking that you smoke. Oh, no, just because I'm Eastern European doesn't mean I smoke. You don't smoke cigars, you taste it. Nicotine through the gut. This is true, Mike Lang. Why did Yanez duck Peyton Talbot? Do you think he feels he can't beat him, or he just doesn't want to fight a sus fight? I don't think he wants to touch Peyton Talbot, you know, icky. Dorcas is the pick, I'm telling you. No, help me. You're trying to sabotage my picks because you know I'm trying to get 100%. Aljo was doing a YouTube stream while cutting and it was brutal. Oh, fuck, dude. Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine Aljo's cut is any good either. But even though Aljo has already moved up a weight class as well, Jesus Christ. Charles Johnson is going to fuck that Loner Covenant guy up. He's only 4 bums. Lord of the Pies knows what's going on, mate. Negative 2012 score if you lose. Exactly right. You have lost. You now lose the entire family a week's supply of rice. Him and his brother both got cut. That's what I thought, mate. And you want me to pick Kyle Dorcas? You're fucking cooked, man. What's up, Northwest? How are you, brother? Good to see you, dude. Dorcas and his brother both got cut. This is Kyle's first fight back. Both lose against people with any physicality. And Mikhail Pereira is literally forward pressure. Kyle Dorcas loses. I'm getting a 100% pick rate this weekend. I saw Kyle Dorcas on a regional fight card in Atlantic City. I'm expecting the same old shit. I mean, he was literally fighting for a muffin in a car park space down in Atlantic City. I've been to Atlantic City. It's a shithole. Great strip. Great casino strip. Everything behind the strip. Very surprised I didn't get stabbed. Dougie sounds Indian because he trained under the Indians in India. I trained the Indian. I didn't train under the Indians. I trained the Indians. Did Dorcas win May 24th? Hard Rock Casino? He might have. How are you, Jim? Good to see you, mate. Pereira has an awful gas tank. I'm telling you, he's going to be ground and pounded TKO. And I'm telling you, he's going to get the first round finish. Help me. A bet is a bet. We're on. Ariel Helwani, dance for me, Goy. Dance for me. I punted on picking Dorcas because I was worried Pereira has lost his heart, but I'm hoping him taking the fight in the prelims of a Chinese fight night shows that he wants it again. I like that, Nacho. I like that a lot. I just can't pick Chris Dorcas when I'm trying to get a 100% fight pick card. I can't be doing that. Yeah, Ariel Helwani fights under the nickname Ayman Zahar. Oh, I get it. I get the joke because they look the same. I get it. I get it. What's up, Sills Jules? How are you, dude? Well, good to see you, Northwest. Got to crash American hour, sadly, later. Good night, Mike. Good night, man. You have a good night's sleep. I might be live during American time zone tomorrow, during the day tomorrow. Maybe about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock Australian time tomorrow. It's a bloody Saturday. You have a good night's sleep, Mike. Ortega kind of looks like he picked up a drug habit. He does, mate, but he's also just Mexican, so, you know. They sort of go hand in hand. You know, looking like you're on drugs and being Mexican. They're sort of... It's a hard one, you know. It's a hard one to tell the difference between the two. So that's that. Everything other than Casino Atlantic City is a death warning. It really is. It really is, Blue Line. It really is. How are you, Mitch? Good to see you, mate. So just sort of says, Dougie, the gap in your teeth is worse than Robert Whittaker versus Hamzat Chimaev. Not really. Plus, this is the new look for models, mate. You know, this look. Women love it. You know what that gap there is to just rest the clitoris in. And then you tongue it from the inside. It's really good stuff. You should try it. Although you guys chop your women's clitorises off, so I guess it doesn't matter. Ankle, thank you, Steve Spiros, for the fucking $10, mate. Holy shit, brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, dude. Feet in the chat for Steve Spiros. That is amazing. I need to do something. Yeah. There you go. Thanks, Steve Spiros. I appreciate the $10, man. That's a lot of money, brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, dude. That means a lot. Ank will win by decision unless Alex catches him with that left hook. That was a right hook. Oh my god, I'm Tito Ortiz. Yes, you're absolutely right, Northwest. I agree. Ank will win by decision. True. Dorcas needs to win. Dorcas needs to win more than Mikhail Pereira does. It's true, help me, but I don't think Dorcas has the skill to do it. I keep getting scam calls from Vic in New South Wales. I wonder if you're partially responsible because of the Indian training. In some small way, better MMA, I am partially responsible, yes. I did train them how to make those scam calls. Yeah, you got to sound like you're the authority figure on the phone straight away. It's all in the first 10 seconds. It's all in the tone of voice. Hello, sir. I am calling from your electricity provider. Oh, what's wrong? Well, let me explain it to you. Natan Levy, best Israeli fighter I've ever seen. Might be the only one. And he got beaten up by Quail and Sale killed. There go. I thought Ortega was white, not going to lie. Well, that's how they tricked them at the border. What is Ortega on? I have John Jones level testosterone, yet he has the middest physique. I don't think he's ever been to a gym, like the weight section of a gym. People forget, man, Ortega is Indian. Ew, yucko. I thought Dorcas got cut. Yeah, but he's back, Northwest. He's back and he's worse than ever. Wrong Zoo versus Audible in a death match in front of the Horde. Who wins? Audible. He doesn't lose. That's how he's been around for so long. Thank you again, Steve Spidos, for the $10, man. I appreciate it. Alex will catch Ank with his left hook, and it'll do nothing like his leg kicks. I don't think he will catch him. I'm extremely Asian. As a WOG, I'm considering frauding Arab or Latino based on a girl. As a WOG, I'm considering frauding Arab or Latino based on a girl. Oh, you're pretending to be Arab or Latino based on the girl? Well, it depends what she's into, mate. And Kadyrov looks like one of those Serbian Muslims that slams vodka when no one is looking. There are no Serbian Muslims, Mr. C. We cleared them all out. Fuck it. Bet in the house on West Wilston. Oh, Alex, you're a sucker for punishment. It's Bastien. Not better. Bastien. Not better. Well, it says better MMA, so I'm going to call you better MMA. Bro, why are your eyes always red? Because I'm nearly 40 and I'm tired. Alex is not even trying. Only Aussies can stop these inbreds. It's true, Nitro Gaming. Only we can stop the mountains of Dagestan. I didn't delete anything. We don't delete anything, mate. We don't delete anything here, dude. What is the most brain-dead pick you've seen this year? Fucking imagine picking Jamal Hill over Yuri Prohaska. You'd have to be fucking retarded to pick Jamal Hill over Yuri Prohaska. What a dumb fucking pick. You recreated it. What you did, delete my reply because it made no sense. Dricker's still been missing off the internet since the fight. Sadness? No. Last time we saw him on the internet, Mitch, he was getting roofied. Something pill was getting slipped into his drink. We haven't seen him since then. Not since the fight. We haven't seen him since he was drugged, Mitch. Dougie, my friend is becoming a cuck. How do I help him? You don't. You just don't. Just never talk to him again. Corporatism. Let him go. Like a leaf dropped on a river. Gone. I've never seen anyone make genocide jokes with as much pure joy as you, good sir. Well, I am Serbian. Dougie, what is your worst pick of all time? I think mine is Costa over Adesanya. Imagine picking Jamal Hall over Alex Pereira. You'd have to be dumb. How are you, Cheddhead? Good to see you, brother. I hope you're having a wonderful Thursday evening, mate. Imagine pricking Drickus over Chimaev. I know, imagine, right? Doesn't sleep. There you go. Drickus is cooking with Craig Jones. Maybe, if he's alive. Who knows what was in that pill. I miss DDP, though. Who will they match him up with? The loser of RDR versus Fluffy. People really do. I know. Imagine picking Jamal Hill in the Alex Pereira fight. Man, you'd have to be dumb. Never listen to that guy. Steve fucking Spidos. I know, he is a goat. He's donated $10. What a fucking legend, dude. Bro, Dougie, did you pick Moicano over Islam? I remember that. Did you pick Moicano? I did. I did SSJS. I did Super Saiyan. Bilal, I did pick Moy. But that was just for fun. We were just having fun with it. All right, back to my picks. Back to my amazing picks. Back to my amazing and wonderful picks. Wrong Jew. Wrong Jew. That's what I say to the police when they pull me over. You've got the wrong Jew. Scrappy little fight here. Right, this is the big one. Now we get to the fight. This fight, ladies and gentlemen, separates the men from the boys. This is the fight where you really have to unzip and put your dick on the table. Leon Kavanagh, 2 fights in the UFC, versus Charles Johnson. Charles Johnson, who I don't understand why he isn't ranked. One of the best unranked fighters in the UFC. Craziness. And Leon Kavanagh is just some guy. Some guy off Cage Warriors. You've got to pick Johnson to get a sneaky decision here. You've got to pick a crafty vet, Charles Johnson. You've got to pick Charles Johnson to get the decision here. The walls told me today. Today I was sanding down the walls, and as I was sanding the drywall, and as the dust hit the ground, I looked down at the ground, and the dust formed a C and a J. And I knew it was a sign from the heavens to pick Charles Johnson. I knew it. I knew it was a sign from the heavens. The plaster dust told me. Where I'm up to. As half Greek Turks are both white colonizers and Middle Eastern Arabs, depending on what fits the situation better. What are you talking about, Better MMA? As half Greek Turks are both white colonizers and Middle Eastern Arabs. Oh, depending on what fits. Yeah, that's why the Turks are always... They're always in the middle. Notice how the Turkish never pick a side. They're always on either BRICS or the American side. They never really commit to a side. Fucking Turkey. Never trust them. Great coffee, though. Great coffee. People forget, man. Dorcas was giving Kevin Holland trouble. Kevin Holland is not a good high watermark. Help me. It all depends on what mood Kevin Holland is in. Worst pick ever? I know. SSJS. I know. What's the number 1 contender Imavov doing just sitting out? What? Jim? What are you... He's fighting Caio Borralho in Paris in September. Maybe you didn't know. He's not sitting out. He's fighting Caio Borralho in Paris in September. He's 6'3" for middleweight and he isn't afraid to grapple. Mate, help me. I'm not switching my pick. I'm not fucking switching my pick to Dorcas. I know you don't want me to get 100% picks this weekend. There's no way I'm switching my pick. Wrong Jew is the future GOAT. He is the future GOAT. True, but I'm picking him. Help me. I'll 100% admit you're a genius if Dorcas wins. Dorcas is not going to win. He's trying to trick you. What's up, Dougie Loves MMA? Joey, how are you, brother? Loner, future GOAT for the support of the sport. No, he's about to get crushed by Charles Johnson. Will pick anyone over Muslim inbreds. All right, Nitro Gaming, that's on you. We are not letting that British twat beat our American gang member. Exactly, mate. This one's for the hood. This one's for O-Block. This one is for the Redstones. This one is for the bricks out the front. This one is for all the cousins and the uncles that never made it on the streets. Charles Johnson is getting it done over this half-British, half-Chinese cuck. This one is for the Reds and the Blues. Alex gets it. Loner is a monster, Dougie. You're making the wrong pick. I'm making the right pick. Help me. You're trying to sabotage my picks. Okay, Mike, so who are we picking? We're picking Charles Johnson, mate. Decent pick on the Johnson match, not gonna lie. Thank you, 927 Gunner. I needed that. Bro, call me Bilal or Jerry. I'll call you Jerry. I'm here. Good to see you here. Dougie Loves MMA. Don't ever be late again. Otherwise, I will not even bother streaming. Next time, Dougie Loves MMA, Joey, I'm gonna go live for 10 minutes. And if you are not here on time, I'm just going to shut down the stream abruptly for no reason. But everyone will know it's your fault for being late. My bad, it's 6 a.m. and I've just woken up. That's totally understandable, Jimmy. Totally understandable. And Eric is black. It's actually crazy how much Dougie looks like Adam Sandler. I look nothing like Adam Sandler. Name a worse duo than the Dorcas brothers. The tougher brothers, Mr. C. He looks nothing like Adam Sandler. I look nothing like Adam Sandler. Bro said O-Block. Damn right. What are we calling you from now on? You know what? The other Bilal, I'm just going to call you the other Bilal. Fuck bricks, 5 years life, world politics needs gang culture. Damn right, brother. I don't know what that symbol was, but there we go. Dorcas is ass, but Pereira is worse. People are just forgetting his last performance. It doesn't, no. Look, Pereira's ass, but Dorcas is a bigger, fatter, stinkier, less trimmed with a bit of cow dung hanging off it ass. Lona will create a Danny Barlow-esque level of height with a beautiful TKO finish in the second round. Wrong, Nacho. Lona will start to gas out, and Charles Johnson will fucking crafty vet him, and will be like he's on a 5-fight win streak, alright? Charles, can a dude live? I agree. Nearly dropped the hard in there, Nitro. Do not type it. I'm like Ron Jeremy. He reads whatever's in the teleprompter. Go fuck yourself, San Diego. Don't type that into the chat, mate, because I will fucking let one off one day. He's half Chinese. He is half Chinese. 927 gunner. It's like 3 a.m. over here. It's different times in different places. Fuckwits. Would you rather have the name Lorona or Fuktat Bish? I'd rather have Fuktat Bish. That's a fun name. The Tava brothers can have the Dorcas brothers' heads at the pub over the last chicken tenders. True, Nacho. You know what it's like down at the pub when they've like, we've only got one Palmer left. It fucking blows up, mate. Call me anytime. Whatever, the other Bilal, whatever, mate. Impression of Dougie when Dorcas wins. I've not made 100% picks. I'm going to fall out of my own top 10 rankings. Fuck. We need a reset. Dougie, my boy. Let me read this in Scottish. Douglas, my boy, you said the same thing about Chris Duncan. We'll see how that went. Scotland forever! There you go, help me. You're a good man, help me. I appreciate you, help me. One day when I go to Scotland, help me. I hope you and I have a whiskey together. Barrera only looked ass against Abus, who's really good. Your word, Steve Spiros. He hurt Fluffy. I don't think Dorcas survives that. Neither do I, Steve Spiros. My bad, you're all good, Nitro Gaming. Isn't Ron Jeremy the porn star? Maybe. I meant Ron Burgundy. There we go, Ron Burgundy. Right, I've picked Charles Johnson because I've got a fucking 8-inch cock, and I don't mind getting it out on the table and making the hard picks when I'm trying to get a 100% prediction rate. Next one up, Machate versus Yong. Yong pieces him up. Machate is too slow. God, I make some good picks, I tell you what. I make some fucking picks, don't I? Yong, look at that. Yong pieces him up. Look at these notes I took. Yong pieces him up. Machate is too slow. What a fucking boss I am. Alright, what's the next one? Oh, shit. Where's my picks? What have I done? What have I just done? Neural Guy versus Kiefer Crosby. Neural Guy is more skilled, you reckon? You reckon Neural Guy is more skilled? I reckon Neuralgia Guy is more skilled, I reckon. Yep. Kevin Borjas, faster. Kevin Borjas, faster. Now the next one. Ooh, the next one. Oh, this is the one. Oh my god. The gas tank of Pereira is what makes me pick a Dorcas. Dorcas won't even have a gas tank. He could barely be in the UFC. What's up, Bilal's good eye? How are you, brother? Jew this, Indian that, Chinese that, Doze, don't make me say the N-word. Exactly, Carpathius. God, don't make me say the N-word. Nice joke, buddy, but your dick is smaller than Khabib's. That's just not true. The other Bilal. I'm going to get 100% picks. Chooses almost every single favorite. Mate, I'm making the hard picks where it matters, help me. I'm making the hard picks where it matters. You stole my Borjas pick? Oh, sorry, Nacho. There you go, dude. Is Borjas the favorite? Pavlovich has lost all. Sergey needs a few minutes to get settled, and then he gets the KO. Are you ready, chat? Are you ready? No. Ortez Acosta. Decision. I know. Another underdog as I get 100% picks this card. Borjas is the underdog. Another underdog. Dougie watched the Spivak fight. He looked ass. Let him cook. You guys believe this mythical Sergey Spivak that has not existed since Tom Aspinall slept him is somehow, some reason, some way gonna be back. He's not coming back, guys. He is not coming back. Why do you guys think he's coming back? That's our cock size. It's fucking huge, Carpathiest, I'm telling you. I'm gonna get 100% picks. I think Acosta is a better pick than Dorcas, to be fair. The worst Sergey beats the best Waldo Ortez Acosta. The worst Sergey is now. This is the worst Sergey. Let me read all of your chats. Let me make sure I didn't miss any. Gas tank of Pereira is what makes Victoria do this, Indian that. Nice cock. You have experience. How are you, Blows? Good eye. I hope you're good, dude. I'm going to cook. Mate, this is the card. Don't you dare pick Waldo. I'm picking Waldo. Guessing when you, or just guessing from when you daydreamed at it, or just guessing from when you daydreamed. I don't know what you're saying. Can't we just give the guy English names like when they used to do it at 7-Eleven and call set? Yeah, we're just going to give them English names. Corporatism, yep. Sergey needs a few minutes to get... Yeah, I've caught up on everyone. Sweet. Connor posting himself kissing her grandma on the lips, and D is liking the post. 2025. I know, dude. Did you see the Conor McGregor sparring footage, Eric? Oh, God. He looks so slow and shit. Conor's sparring footage today was god-awful. If it got bigger from lots of use, Asians would have different stereotypes. If it got bigger from lots of use, then Asians would have a different stereotype. This is true, Capatheist. Not gonna lie, Dougie, I don't know about this one. This is the one. Impression of Pavlovich putting his huge Russian prick up your bum, Conor McGregor emoji sipping from a mojito. No. My Sergey pick isn't even based on styles. I just can't imagine Costa being a top 5. I know. Conor needs to spar with his mate. He does, mate. Dougie, I'm going to beat you up. No, you're not. I'd rather pick Waldo just to do an over him on Pavlovich than decision. I think it's going to be a decision from Waldo Ortega Costa. Are the weigh-ins done? Have they done? They have done the weigh-ins. Let me have a look at the weigh-ins. Maybe I'll change my pick. Let me find the weigh-ins. Hang on. Let me see if I can find the weigh-in of Sergey Pavlovich weighing in. Let's have a look at Sergey Pavlovich weighing in. Let me see how Pavlovich looks before I lock this one in. I know Nacho doesn't want me to switch my pick. But let me have a look. Let's go to Twitter and see what we can see. Sergey Pavlovich. Let's see if we can find his weigh-in. Where am I up to? How stupid would you feel after Sergey lands a couple of clubbing blows to the first, then Acosta falls over? Not going to happen. Wallo Ortega Costa is going to slide out of the way. All right, let's have a look. Gotta stick with my gut. I think I'm sticking. Waldo gets gifted a robbery versus Spivak, your mentor. I know he did. Help me. I know. Eric, how do you know Connor's dick size? Great pick, Dougie. No further research. I think it's a good pick, boys. I think it's a bold and good pick. I like my pick. Although I will say Sergey Pavlovich is Orthodox Russian and we don't lose. These are some Lucas Tracy RC. These are good picks, mate. Beautiful pick, Dougie. Champion pick. Impression of Molly McCann. I knew Nacho was like, yes, do it. Or Costa starches him. What did they weigh in? I don't know. I just watched the video. Impression of Molly McCann getting her legs amputated via diabetes and looking in the garbage can and then saying, win in, lad. Win in, lad. Just feed the burger into my hole, lad. Yeah, Doug, great pick, mate. I think it's a good pick. These are some 65% picks. These are some 100% picks. Do I turn my back on the Russian Orthodox? That was awesome. I hope you enjoyed that. Can a dude live? You can live, Eric. Help me, God. God help me. Is it going to be Pavlovich via Russian Orthodox supremacy? Dougie, what about Acosta, Mace? You pick him. Not what's wrong with Sergey, but what's good about Acosta. Because Acosta can keep it standing on the feet and keep it rangy and draw Sergey out to a long fight. And Sergey doesn't like long fights. Sergey slows down when he doesn't get the first round finish. You're watching a pick flip in real time. You might be watching a pick flip. Impression of Sergey Pavlovich munching. This is the thing. I get the argument. Oh, Sergey Pavlovich. He's going to knock out Wallo Ortega Costa. That was years ago. 2023. Then he lost to Volkov. Then he took Rosenstrike to a shit decision. Like this Pavlovich that you guys are talking about. I don't know if he exists anymore. What's up, Toad? How are you, mate? Classic move, race trader Dougie. I know, Eric, I know. Bob Locusta arguably got outstruck by Sergey Spivak. I know, guys, I said Sergey Spivak won that fight. D, hold the phone, you're going to ruin it. Crafty vet move by Dougie to bomb on picks so that we comment more to call him a retard. Don't turn your back. Don't turn your back against it, Revolt. Finish reigning sus plaster. No. Race trader. No. If Augusta has Justin Willis versus Mark Arm performance, I'll rage. Waldo hasn't beaten anyone good. We'll see. But I don't think Pavlovich is good anymore. That's the problem, Lord of the Pies. Top did ruin Sergey. Guy hasn't been the same since. That's what I'm saying. Jim sees it. Where is the killer instinct? Ever since Tom slept him, Sergey has lost his instinct. Rosenstrike is kind of good. He is. Never seen you argue this much in favor of your own race. Impression of Dougie not being able to pronounce pasture. Dougie sees something we don't. I just don't see this old Pavlovich in 2025. I just don't see where he is. Rosenstrike isn't that bad. Have you seen him in dirty boxing? I've seen one of his dirty boxing fights, yeah. Pavlovich isn't very good, just saying. I know. Waldo is going to have a boxing match with Sergey, which I doubt he wins. Sergey's not going to knock him out in the first round, though. Dougie hates his own people. I don't. I love my own Russian Orthodox brothers. Where's Shyla? I need Shyla here. Where the fuck is Shyla? Why is Shyla not here? I need another based Orthodox Russian person. And I'm alone. There's no one else in here. Where is Shyla? Fucking hell. I rock up every day, and you chat don't even have the you're not even here on time. Stand your base. Dougie, what's your ethnicity? I'm half Australian, half Serbian. Brainwashed by the I know. Who is own people? Who is my own people? Serbian. Eastern European. Literally this cunt. Giant Sergey Pavlovich. Pick or Costa. I need the magic 8 ball. Can I say the N-word? Go nuts, mate. Baseless. Based Orthodox turns on his own people 100% of the time. Fuck it. We're rolling with Pavlovich. Next one up. Done. Well, maybe a decision. Maybe a sub now that Ortega's so cooked. Done. Isn't Serbia where Russia are sent their unwanted? No, Carpatheist. Weak worm. Fuck you. Round 3, Aljo. Submission. Yes, submission. What round? Yes. Thank you. Help me. Yep. Based Orthodox guy watches MGMT. Dark Age Edits. There you go. You get it. Dougie loves MMA, Joe. He folded like a launcher. Shut up, Eric. What are you, the weasel? What do you mean? How am I the weasel? Bro's copying my picks again. I have not copied anyone picks. The Chinaman loses. He does not. Just pick the Slav every time. I agree. Pick the Slav, Nitro Gaming. I agree. All right, done. It's in. It can't be done. Can't be changed. It's locked in. Picks are entered. You can't change your picks once they're entered, according to Nacho. We're in, boys. We're in. Dougie's Corner. 65.6% pick ratio. This is a big card, boys. This is a big card. You've literally copied all my picks. I didn't copy your picks, Nacho. I did not copy your picks, mate. Where am I up to? Aljo ain't subbing the Eagle. He is absolutely subbing the Eagle. Isn't Serbia that place where... Isn't Serbia that place that got taken over by Germany and is now run by the Mafia? That's right, help me. It's run by the Russian Mafia. We're based. Don't know how Ortega are allowed to fight after being hospitalized, so he'll probably get fit. I think he will, mate. I mean, it's China. You know, the commissions in China are going to allow fucking anything to happen. Impression of me cuddling Steve Spiros with my wiener. Ew! Dougie is so much like MMA Joey with his anti-white rhetoric. Shut up, dickhead. Dougie got shoved into a locker and forced to change his pick. I was just talking about it out loud with you guys. I'm glad you asked, man. The Serbs betrayed the Eastern Romans, which led to the Ottomans. Nothing changes. Dougie is a cheating Serb. Why are Serbs copying it so much today? Serbs are the most base people on the planet. Those were some weak picks. They're 100% picks, mate. I ain't got no spine. Did not stand your... Eric, where are your fucking picks? Where are your fucking picks this week, Eric? Once again, you haven't picked shit, mate. Coin flip picks will call you. I coin flipped one fucking pick the entire card. We just did the whole card. I didn't and ah over any of them except for one. One pick. Typical move from I kick puppies, aka Dougie's Corner. Shut up. Algebra by round 3. Yep, Suspastor, you were actually very close to a right guess, saying Argentina. There you go. Eastern Romans, the Byzantians. That's the one. We're going back, mate. They're going back to year 0, Capatheist. I love Israeli women. Please marry me, Israeli women. Nitro Gaming, tighten that up. You changed the loner pick so it didn't look obvious. I was saying Charles Johnson is a solid underdog all fucking week long. All week long. I've been saying there's 2 picks that I'm not sure about. The loner Kavanaugh and Charles Johnson, and the Sergey Pavlovich and Waldo Ortiz Acosta. I've been on that all fucking week, Nacho. Why do the Balkan countries hate each other so much? Because we can't agree on a religion. Remember when Dougie called Leon Edwards a monkey? Never did that. You're the MMA YouTuber, not me. You make a single pick once, Eric. Dougie likes Serbs because they have the most gay bars per capita. That is not true, mate. We're not Spain. Spain has got the most gay bars in Europe. In fact, in Serbia, you're not even allowed to be that way. We fucking... Ooh, there's another one. Ooh, that one's got blue hair. Ooh, get that one. Ooh, look at him hugging that other bloke. Gone. See you, mate. Dougie might kick puppies, but at least he doesn't diddle them like Izzy. Exactly, mate. Aljo will use 99% of his energy, win the first 3 rounds, then survive the last 2. Win the first 3 rounds. Oh, yeah, it's 5 rounds, isn't it? Aljo's going to cook him. Cook him, cook him, cook him. Who does Drudoba fight next? Good question. What are some other melanated people? Made all your picks and just copied everyone else. No, I didn't. Brian Ortega could submit Aljo. I don't think he can, MMA Master. Not with how badly his weight cut went. Nacho is always stealing from you. No. So your people are fighting each other for religious bullshit. Now, that would turn me against religion. No, you've got to pick the right religion and then murder everybody else. It's not like I kicked a puppy into an orphan's face. I mean, once, but only once. That's why Doug had to leave Serbia. Shut up. Is Dougie pulling anal beads with that weird animation sound? You just okay. Doug could have been a base Serb and Chad on a tank. Doug could have been a base Serb and a Chad on a tank. I am a base Serb and a Chad on a tank. I'm all of those things. I'm all of those things. Whatever that is. Whatever you're saying. Whatever you're talking about. Whatever it is that you're saying and talking about, that's what I am. Chat. Leon Edwards. Fabian Edwards just got head kick KO with the winner of the PFL title. Oh, so is the PFL World Championships happening right now? Is this the end of their tournament already? In August. So the PFL started their tournament in March and they finished it in August. That's their entire year done? Fucking hell. Let's have a look at Ortega walking up. Let's have a look at Ortega walking up to meet Aljamain Sterling. The dude looks like he is walking death. I don't know what Chinese... I don't know what fucking Chinese... commission allowed him to weigh in like this. You have severe dyslexia? I do. Well, what did you say? I never wrote that. What the fuck are you saying? Where am I up to? I might kick puppies, but at least he doesn't diddle them like Izzy. I did that one. So your people are fighting each other for religious bullshit. Now that would turn me against religion. I said you got to pick the right one and then choose them. Doug could have been a base Serb Chad on a tank. That's what I read, word for word. Dougie is adding made-up words to my... Doug could have been a base Serb. Could have been a base Serb Chad on a tank. I mean, I'm literally reading it word for word, mate. Aljo by Backpack. I agree. Help me. I completely agree. Check this out. You said Serb and Chad. Dougie could have been a base Serb Chad on a tank. I mean, they're right there. They're right there. Serb Chad. I don't know what you're talking about. Look at this. Fucking hell. He's like slowly wandering up like he's got no fucking energy to the face-off. He tries to raise his arms and he just gives up on it. Jesus. He's dying, man. He's dying. Ortega is dying just walking up to do the face-off. He is cooked. He is cooked, man. Dougie agrees with my picks. I'm fucked. I mean, mate, I'm back. I'm going to be back on the top 4 of the leaderboard. Help me. On Monday, it's going to be you. It's going to be Help Me, Woeful, Dougie, Jim. Nacho's probably going to be down around 9th or 8th, I reckon. Dougie, why are the Aussies owning us in cricket and in MMA? What country are you from? And I'll tell you what's wrong with it, complete. What country are you from? Bro woke up from a 16-hour nap. I know, dude. He's dying. Dougie, you're my favorite reader. Don't let him bully you, son. Thank you, Nacho. I appreciate that, mate. I think I do quite well, considering how retarded I am. Cricket is for Indian people. That is true. That is true. Dougie loves MMA, Joey. Ortega proves the rankings don't mean anything. Yes, Ortega is one of the worst ranked fighters in the UFC. Like, he should not be fucking ranked. And how the Chinese commissions have allowed this to happen is a joke. Let's have a look at some of the chats here. What are people saying to old Dana White? Looks like a mess. Horrible weight cut. Cancel this fight, please. Rebook it for Noche. No, Kevin. Let it happen. Ortega looks horrible. He does. This fight is Saturday morning at 6 a.m. Not tomorrow. But yeah, well, it's different places around the world. Ortega, we did that one. You didn't read that one wrong. Thank you, Alex. Oh, you're from India. Well, that's very easy because you guys do not eat meat. And because you do not eat meat, you do not have testosterone. You need to have testosterone to be good at sport. Indians lack that. Get into meat. At least Dougie tries to read them. That's what matters. Thank you, corporatism. I appreciate it, mate. How are you? I'm good, Jonathan Villaphone. I'm good. I'm going to get out of here soon and film the meme video for the week. But yeah. Why the fuck is it written in Chinese? What? Which part? What part, Nitro Gaming? What part? You read that wrong? You read this wrong, Eric. You read this wrong. Any finishers on this card? Yes. Mael Pereira is going to get a first-round finish over Kyle Dorcas. Sergey Pavlovich is going to get a first-round finish over Waldo Ortez Acosta. Based pick from me. Really good pick from me. Zhang Min Yang is going to get a first-round finish over Johnny Walker. Yes, these are good picks. They win for a few years after 3 decades of Australian domination, and all of a sudden, India is cricket. We got to let them have their little moment in the sun, Carpathius. You know what I mean? Yeah, but you're still losing to Indians? No, we're not, mate. We are the GOATs. What's wrong, Alex? What did I say now? You don't recover from that? What have I said now? What have I done now? What have I done now? What have I said now? Did you see the Indian leg grabber on Dana White's Contender Series? Yes! Yes, I did. He didn't go well, did he? Didn't go well. I got got, you got dominated. These streams are getting shorter and shorter. They literally go for an hour. They go for an hour. Why is the video in Chinese? What are you talking about? The video is a video. I'm live all the time. I do go live all the time. What do you mean? I go live every day. 30-minute stream working. It's been an hour. Dude, I've been eating meat since childhood. Well, complete. You might be the first Indian athlete, dude. It's like he doesn't even care about our feelings anymore. I'll stay live for a bit. Why did we talk the frog out of picking Waldo Ortez Acosta? I know, dude. You just read that wrong. He just read you just read that wrong. Did I? Ah, fuck it. It's like he wants us to group, so he's like, all right, I'll stay live for a bit. It's 3:30. We got time. We'll stay live for a bit. So you don't see the potential in Acosta now. Now that I have picked Sergey Pavlovich to win, I'm going to be real with you, 972 Gunner. Now that I've picked Sergey Pavlovich to win, I think Waldo Ortez Acosta is a silly pick. A crazy pick. One of the worst picks that you can make. What is that noise? My fucking neighbors are jackhammering. Jesus Christ. How the fuck does Walker make 205? How does Johnny Walker... I don't think it's that hard for him. Johnny Walker doesn't look that big, bro. Johnny Walker doesn't look that big to me. Help me. Let's have a look. Johnny bloody Walker. Let's have a look at Johnny Walker and his weigh-in. Help me. I don't think he's that big, mate. Let's have a look at old Johnny Walker. I love that all the Indian dudes on the Contender Series were undefeated in India, which means they're the pinnacle of Indian MMA, and they just get absolutely destroyed, and there are nobodies in the Western world. I know, Nacho. I know. They don't hold a fucking... They don't do well at all in the West, and they're all, like, completely undefeated, and then they come here and they just lose. You're the only good MMA streamer. You can't end the stream. But, guys, come on. There's MMA Joey. Sex stream? No. Too slow, but he doubled up anyway. Exactly, Carpathiest. Only a coward picks Pavlovich to win. No, Pavlovich is the correct pick, Alex. Now that I've made it, it is the correct one. Someone's breaking in. They're literally fucking jackhammering. The least unbiased MMA YouTuber. I'm pretty fucking biased, but I say when I'm biased. Dougie is trying to get a higher percent, not by picking better, but by ruining all of our picks. I'm not forcing you guys to pick anything, help me. You guys can pick whatever you want. I'm going to get 100% picks on this card. I've never been more locked into picking fights than I have this card. Alhamdulillah, brother. Go and threaten them? Nah, they're right. The neighbors are clapping, but they aren't applauding. Oh my god. Well, that is true. That is true. Complete. Mr. 509, welcome. This is the first time I've seen you here. My name is Dougie. I go live every day of the week, and I make an MMA video every day of the week as well, mate. Subscribe to the channel if you like the MMA Guru or Lucas Tracy. Well, if you like Lucas Tracy, don't subscribe to the channel. Or Bedtime MMA, that kind of content. Welcome, mate. And is the co-main still 5 rounds despite it being at catchweight? Yes, Mr. 509. It is still 5 rounds, brother. I said they got destroyed by nobodies, and you said they are nobodies, which made what I said sound even harsher. It's brutal stuff. I mean, they are nobodies. They are. I mean, there's literally a billion of them. They're all undefeated against each other, and then the second they come here... Like Indian MMA, and I'm sorry, that we're going to rag on Indian MMA for a little bit, mate. But it's progressively gotten worse because, you know, at least Anshul Jabli got into the UFC. But this year, they've been on Tough, they've been on Contender Series, and they've been on Road to the UFC. And they haven't won a single fight, even in the B leagues of the UFC. They haven't even been able to get into the Apex, you know, on an Apex Fight Night card. So they've actually progressively gotten worse. Can't even hear you anymore. The jackhammer's too loud. That is just the sound of my dick at the bottom of the desk. Dougie loves MMA, Joey. He's always spoken about as if he's huge for the weight class. Johnny Walker, I know, but when you look at him, he doesn't look like he's too big for the weight class. He doesn't even look close to a heavyweight. They're building a tunnel underneath Dougie's house. It's Tunnel Man. He's coming for me, corporatism. Is Guru dead? Where is his prediction video? I think he's in America. That's my guess. I'm guessing that Guru's gone to America. Bro wants to be me. I never want to be you, Eric. No WMA. Fuck my percentage. Might fuck my percentage. Oh, yeah. Card of the year. Literally no WMA. Good stuff. His name is actually Pluggy. You know it, mate. Crazy that you don't think Walker is huge. He's 6'6" and jack. Yeah, but I don't think he's... It's weird, man, because you got, like, the internet. I've noticed this with the chat. When I say he's not huge, you guys mean, what do you mean? He's fucking tall as... I don't mean he's not tall. I mean girthy. Like Drickus, I say, is like a huge man. You know what I mean? Like thick, girthy, muscular man. Like it's not surprising to me that Walker can make 205. Like he's very lanky and he's got that like endomorph body. Where like he's not. I wouldn't say that he's jacked. I would say that he's athletic. You know what I mean? I'd say he's very athletic, but I wouldn't say that he's jacked. Errol definitely knew about the tunnels. He lives in New York. Wouldn't be surprised if he took a visit to the synagogue. Yep. Well, we're not going to talk about the tunnels. Lucas Tracy is great. If you just take seriously his MMA picks and takes, then you're a retard. That is true, corporatism. Very true. Dougie is grinding hardcore. What's up, UFC Sabbath? How are you? Wonderful. Good to see you, man. I just joined, and Dougie is talking about dicks on the deck. What's up, Justin Kennedy? How are you, dude? Zest is up to the maximum level state. It's Friday, mate. It's time to get zesty with it. Walker looks like a different weight class next to Zhang. I don't think he does. I just think he's rather tall. Help me. I don't think he's that disproportional, mate. Yeah, I don't think he does, brother. Let's have a look at the face-off. Let's try and get the face-off going. Johnny Walker. Let's have a look at the face-off, shall we? Walker Zhang. Alright, let's bring it up on the screen so we can see what Help Me is talking. Walker looks like a different... Not really. He's just tall. He's just really tall. Like, Walker's just trying to push his chest out as much as he can. Which, you know, he's a former dancer. Like, he's just pushing his chest out. Yeah, but look at his back. Look how arched his back is, help me. Like, he's just pushing his chest right out, where Zhang is just standing normally. Like, Johnny Walker is literally, like, just being the gay dancer that he is, pushing his chest out. Back is arched, ass is up. Walker knows what he's doing. Walker sets off the alarm bells to me. Walker has the biggest knockout. Walker has the best getting knocked out animations. He does. Dougie loves MMA, Joe. He absolutely does, dude. He does. Every time he gets knocked out, it's wasted. Dougie got shot. They're all over. Guru got shot. They're all over the UK. R.I.P. to the Guru. You know, it was bound to happen one day. One day he went out to get ice cream and he just never came back. I'm the reason the Guru Aiden collab didn't happen. Yeah, it is. I will say this, like, maybe he's in America, maybe he's going on a holiday, but it is, it's weird that Guru's not here this week, because I think we've got 2 weeks off now. Like, we've got this card, UFC schedule. We've got this card. Yeah, then we've got a week off. So if Guru wanted to go on a holiday, he would have done it after this card, because we've got a week off after this one. And this particular card, he was meant to be with Aiden Ross, and then that got cancelled. And then he was really backing... What's up, mixed martial artist? And then he was really backing DDP, and then DDP got just absolutely mauled and embarrassed. And then Guru just disappears. So it's not a good look, is it? It's not a good look at all, man. All right, where am I up to? Lucas, we did that one. We did that one. Yep. Guru got shot. Yep. I'm the reason. Yep. Zhang is a pretty big dude. Zhang's a pretty big dude. They're both pretty big. Like, Walker's bigger, but I mean, like, he's taller. The Chinese devil is on my shoulder is telling me to pick Johnny Walker. Do not pick Johnny Walker, Justin Kennedy. Don't do it. It's a silly pick. He's going to die. Zhang is a big guy, and Walker absolutely size-mogged him. Walker's definitely taller, help me. Absolutely. Thing about being tall is muscle and bone density. I'm skinny as shit, but I'm 94 kilos. Yeah, that is true. I completely agree with that, corporatism, yeah. He's bigger and thicker. Again, he's just arching his back out. I sent Aiden the footage of Guru trashing him from months ago, and now they ain't cool anymore. That's probably why Aiden cancelled. Walker is lean with a small head. I think it makes him look a little bigger than he is. I agree with Steve Spados. Would Johnny Walker be a better fighter at heavyweight? No, God, no. Oh my God, no. No, God, no. 927 Gunner. Johnny Walker's got the worst chin in MMA. Imagine him at heavyweight. Oh my God. Zhang is well proportioned. Exactly, Spyros. You get it. Guru is on another vacation. He has the hardest life. Yeah, but he's picked the wrong week to go on vacation, you know? You go on vacation next week. Speaking of chat, my van's booked in for Monday. I'm getting my van fixed on Monday. Oh, it's going to be great. Then we can go camping again. So I'm not going camping next weekend when there's no UFC on, because I'm meeting up with Bilal and Nacho, and we're going to a local Melbourne MMA event. But next time there is no fight night on the weekend. Camping weekend, boys. It's going to be great. Where am I up to? He's hanging from the ceiling after the Aiden cancelled on him and DDP. Like, he might be, help me. I have a crush on Littlefinger from Game of Thrones. That's gay. Guru received a lot of hate this week. He did. I received a lot of hate this week, but it's funny. I'm stuck in Steve Spyros' throat. That's gay. Guru's account got deleted. No, it didn't. My finger smells like my best friend's poop. That's gay. Am I missing something here? Are we seriously accepting little social media twerp like Aiden Ross into the MMA community? It's not up to us, unfortunately, Capatheist. It's up to all the little Gen Zs that are in our community. I know it's sad, but this is what happens to us, the Unks Capatheist. We get shifted to the side. We've never seen Johnny cut massive amounts of weight. Maybe his chin is secretly goated. It is in Portuguese, so no, no. Do not put Johnny Walker at heavyweight. He will die. He'll die, mate. He'll die. Would you check rounds Rosa? Would you crack rounds Rosa? Would you crack rounds Rosa? The other Bilal, I have no idea what you're saying. Zhang is going to get a UFC 5 type of KO animation. He is. Johnny Walker, his head is going to go flying out of the arena, and it's going to glitch and just keep sitting on the edge of the canvas. Dougie, Alexa Grasso's addiction is getting worse and worse. That's why he keeps getting mad at us and cutting the stream short to crank more of it. I haven't been cutting the stream short. I have not been cutting the stream short. I've been here after work every day of the week and been making videos every day of the week and been making shorts. I've not done a single stream less than an hour this week. I haven't done a single stream less than an hour in weeks. And they're going to simultaneously hate on Jake Paul. Yes, Carpathius. They're going to accept Aiden Ross and hate Jake Paul at the same time. It's weird, isn't it? Right. The other Bilal has said, would you crank Ronda Rousey? No, I would not crank Ronda Rousey. The van. Can I meet up with you lads? You, Suspasta, are absolutely not invited. They are going to grape me. They might. They can try. I'll taser them. Jake Paul dropped your favorite fighter, Anderson Silva. Not my favorite fighter. Nacho's favorite fighter. Ivan Milat-inspired van activities will continue. Exactly, mate. Exactly. That's the point. You get it, autist. Can I hang out with you too, Dougie? I'm cool. No. Bilal and Nacho, you're going to grape Dougie? No. Dougie, will you wear a wig and freak beasts next stream? No. You act like all Gen Zs like Aiden Ross. I mean, as far as I can tell, all Gen Zs are retarded. That's not true, actually. I've got to give it to the young men of the Gen Z generation. They are way more based. To be honest, the Gen Zs are way more based than the millennials or the Gen Xs. The Gen Zs are going to save the world. They're going to save the world. Imagine Walker versus Derek Lewis. He would die. Johnny Walker would die. Derek Lewis would murder him. Brescian and Bilal and Nacho graping you. Zzz, that's me tasering them. And then they shit themselves. That's what you got. I think Guru wants to pull Aiden's viewers and make them a little bit more normal. I don't think it works that way. I think you just put your content out there, and then whoever vibes with you. I don't think you can pull someone else's viewers and make them into something. Like I couldn't pull Destiny's viewers and turn them based. You know what I mean? Like Aiden's viewers are used to him just screaming things all the time because he doesn't have a personality. He just yells things. Yeah. Dougie loves MMA Joey. I'm watching the white. There we go. There he goes. Getting mad again. I'm not mad. What's up, Chrissy J? How are you, sweetheart? You're slacking? I am not slacking. Do a 24-hour stream? I'll stream for a while. I'll kick back and stream. We'll just hang out and stream. It's just the majority of them. That's how stereotypes work. That is true. Crack buddy means fuck. Crank, but fuck Ronda. Would I fuck Ronda Rousey? Yes. Yes, I would. Do you know how to read English, Dougie? Is Mexican your preferred language? No, I can read English. I just struggle with it because I'm dyslexic. That checks out. In Gen Z, I'm extremely retarded. There you go. W Gen Z. Calm down, my mum's watching, bro. G'day, mum. How are you, sweetheart? How old are you? How long has it been? Do you need a touch up? I'm a plasterer. If any holes in the house need filling, you just call Dougie the plasterer. Imagine being a millennial. I know, we're so old. Dougie, let's meet up and compare sizes. No. Does Zhang Cube Head do something in the rankings? Does Zhang's cube head ass motherfucker do something in the rankings? Yes. If Zhang gets through Walker, Zhang versus Jamal Hill is the next fight to make. Dougie needs to work as hard as MMA Guru. Give us random 8-hour streams for the love of the game. I don't have enough viewers to support an 8-hour stream, Eric. I'm completely out of touch with the younger generation, and I've never watched Aiden. I've never watched an Aiden Ross stream either, Steve Spidos. The only thing I've seen from him is the clips that I've seen on MMA Twitter. And from what I've seen, the guy just yells a lot, which apparently is how you get a young audience. Steve Spiros is only here because Guru banned him from sending wiener and poop pictures of himself on Twitter. I don't believe that. Guru would allow that. Destiny has fans. Unfortunately, Destiny has fans. Bro can't speak American. No one can speak American. It's called English, mate. It's called English. Destiny's own son turned against him. I know. It's good to see, isn't it, Eric? The way Destiny's son said it. Oh, it's so good. Try not to mention plastering challenge impossible. When you do it all day, mate, it becomes part of your day-to-day life. Dougie influences me. I'm not an influencer. Is his son Simpson Nick Fuentes? He does. It's hilarious. Which coach would you most like to have a beer with? I think a beer with Ray Longo would be good as shit. A near beer with Faraz Zahabi would be interesting too. A beer with one of the coaches. Ooh, that's a good one. Honestly, Drickus' coach would probably be the most fun one to have a beer with. Faraz Zahabi is a good one though. Or Matt Serra. I think a beer with Matt Serra would be awesome as well. Yeah. A beer with Matt Serra would be good too. Who needs support when you love MMA in this community so much? Just say you're doing it for the money. Just say you're doing it for the... I do it for the love. We barely make any money here, Eric. I've seen clips. He used to do gay stuff to... I don't know who you're talking... Aiden Ross. I didn't leave a like, then I remembered that I'm not gay, so I immediately dropped a like. There you go, Mr. C, you get it. Dougie, when I fat for 4 hours, my piss sprays everywhere. How do I fix my grandma hates it? Okay, that's just disgusting. Dougie kind of looks like Aiden. No, I don't. Fadas seems like a snake in the... There's the little snake in the grass now. Zahabi would smack the beer out of your hand. I know, Zahabi wouldn't be very good. You are an influencer. I'm not an influencer. Well, it can't be Zahabi. There we go. Does Fadas even drink? No, I don't think he does. What's up, brother 9000? God, it's been a long time since I've seen you on the chat. How you been, man? Hello, Dougie-san. Who you pick? Minyang Zhang or Rongzhu? I pick Rongzhu. The Rongzhu is the one. Matt Serra would be screaming and you'd get Matt Serra would be screaming at you and you'd be crying in laughter. Matt Serra would be awesome to have a beer with. I'd really like to have a Matt Serra beer. That'd be awesome. Do an 8-hour stream for the love of the game. Maybe I'll do a 24-hour stream, Eric. Maybe I'll just sit here streaming for 24 hours. How about that? Maybe I'll just sit here and read MMA Twitter and stream for 8 hours. And who's going to stop me, Eric? You? Impression of DDP's coach drinking a beer out of your... No. Dougie likes his guitar more than chat now. No, I love chat. Chat's wonderful. Don't talk about DDP, Dougie. It hurts. I know it hurts. Literally, Guru hasn't been seen since DDP lost. Yeah. I called autism in 2023. You got the booster. Faraz Zahabi says he likes... near beers. That's why I said near. What is a near beer? Like he likes to be near beers, but doesn't like to drink the beer. What is going on? Impression of Dougie going on an ancestry test and realize he's 6% Jewish. He's off to get a low interest loan. I'm one of the team now. I'm going back to the bank. Check this out, boys. BKFC. We love the BKFC. That. You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna leave it as a full screen. Check this shit out. Yeah! Yeah! You don't get that at the UFC press conferences. Bit of fucking fisticuffs. Look at her fucking run at her. When she pushes her, she just runs straight back to her. One little push. And the fucking chick with the pink hair, the fucking crackhead single mom goes, oh, fuck this shit. And sprints at her. Yes! Oh my god, I love the BKFC. This is what we need back in MMA. That is what we need back. Oh my god. God almighty, I love the BKFC. Wonderful stuff. Let me continue to read. What do you do in your free time outside of MMA? I try and learn my guitar. I do all my business stuff. Quoting, invoicing, working. I go to the gym every day. I'll go for a walk down the beach and just watch things. Sometimes I'll go to the shopping center by myself and just watch and just observe the normies. Yes, this is what I do. I've got Zhang on my fraud list. I've probably got to reconsider it because his division where Hill and Pereira were former champs and Bumtree is top 5. Yeah, but it's all matchmaking, Toad. It's all matchmaking. You know what I mean? So I think they'll matchmake Zhang nicely all the way up to the top. I got banned on Guru every single account, all 9 of them. I wonder why, Sas Pastor. I really do, mate. Justin Kennedy says Connor sniffing the beer. Oh, near bit nose beers. Is that what you're saying? Nose beers. Dougie, how long does it take to make a video? Part of me kind of wants to make a channel. Depends how big your video is. Probably takes about half an hour to think of the video. Could take to film a 15-minute video would probably take about 20, 25 minutes. Then you got to edit it. That takes about half an hour, 40 minutes. Then you got to make the thumbnails. That takes about 20 minutes. Then you got to upload it. That could take about 15, half an hour, but that's obviously dead time. You can go and do something else while it's uploading. Yeah, that's sort of the whole process. Who's your favorite influencer, Eric? Near beers and non-alcoholic beers? That's gay. I had Gina Carano. I had a Gina Carano account. Oh, was that you? So it's pasture. The hookers are fighting over the clients. You go, that was my client. That was my fucking client. Low-key thick. There you go. She's a workaholic. You saw that earlier. Nice one, Chrissy J. Based, Chrissy J. You're a boring ass unk. I am. I don't know what you guys expect. I'm 34. I'm 37. What do you guys think? Divorce is the final boss? This is true. I'd rather drink piss from a cock than an odulus. Don't know what that means. Impression of Eugene Burnham pausing every 3 seconds to think deeply about what he's going to say while you're casually having a beer. So, Eugene, how are the boys at training today? Izzy did good. Oh, fucking hell, Eugene. Hurry up. Bro's a people watcher. Yeah, mate. What's up, Kyle? How are you, dude? I'm in bed, bro. I'm in my bed. Nice one, Nitro. John Jones versus Francis Ngannou is like you versus me, little bro. There's a power difference. I know, mate. I'd absolutely fucking sleep you. When I was in the mental hospital, there were 2 meatheads that used to piss in it. Okay, that's very good. Dougie drives slowly behind joggers with his headlights off. You know it, Justin Kennedy. Luke Riley supposedly got signed. Any thoughts? Great. Really good. Really, really good. Bring him in. Cage Warriors champ, yeah? Below, there's levels to this, but that's right. Dougie, I can tell you about stuff I've seen in the mental. I bet you can. You have to be a man. You have to be man first. You have to be man first. No, you're not. Oh, the other Bilal. No, you are not. I kick puppies MMA, aka Dougie's Corner. I'm not an influencer. Stop it. Someone check on this guy. We just found out Dougie claims 34 at the bar. I don't. I'm very open about where I am. You look way younger than 37. I thought you were in your mid-20s. Well, thank you, Steve Spiros, but no. Cockaholic, not a worker. I am a workaholic. Impression of Eugene Berman putting his 2-year-old grandson down. It's time to put you down. You're not learning to walk. And, well, what am I looking at? Instagram. Let's have a look, Eric. Just for you, Eric. Let's click on it. Never miss a post from Oscar Willis. I do not care about Osaurus. Oh my god, this is fucking awesome. Eric, this is fucking awesome. I'm bringing this up on the screen right now. Yes, Eric. God, I love the BKFC. Fuck me, I love the BKFC. Jesus Christ. Eric, wonderful stuff. Just wonderful stuff, Eric. Let us bring this up right now. She is a cockaholic. Refresh. Play it again. Play it again, boys. Mike Perry is just like, she's a cum drunk alcoholic. Is it not playing the audio? Why isn't it not playing the audio? It should be playing the audio. Advanced audio properties. Hang on a second, chat. 1 second, chat. Why is it not playing the audio? She's a cum drunk cockaholic. Fucking hell. No audio? Yes, thank you, chat. I've been made aware there's no audio.
Bringing that up, but I'd beat her with cum in my.
Why do you fucking Instagram?
A mouthful of it.
Fuck you, Instagram.
Yeah, I would.
Why would you play it on mute automatically?
Good.
She keeps bringing that up, but I'd beat her with cum in my mouth. A mouthful of it.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah, I would. See, you even agreed to
it. Hey, you're easy work, and that is the pun intended, sweetheart.
Oh, we'll find out. We'll find out, Cupcake.
She's a cum drunk cockaholic. I'm good.
She keeps bringing.
Cum drunk cockaholic. Yes. Very good, Eric. Very good. See, chat, that is the right time to send me something on the Discord. Not when the chat is fucking flying and there's 50 people in here. No. No, when the chat is dead quiet and we're just hanging out, that's when you send me something on the Discord. Oh, God. Ortega is limp because he got... I don't know what that means. Have you ever seen a crackhead trying to steal tools from a work site? Yes. Yes, I have. Yes, we have. You just shoo them away. Go away, crackhead. Get out of here, mate. Dougie, can we get a separate video on Mauricio Raffi? No, I'm not going to make a whole video breaking down Mauricio Raffi. No one is going to click on that. No. Disgusting. You know what something when it just shocks my spirit? Yep. Why is Hunter Campbell such a twink looking like a bundle of sticks? I don't know. I guess because he's a corporate guy, you know, and corporate guys have that look about them. You know what I mean? You know when you see a tradie and you're like, that looks like a man. But then you see a corporate guy and you go, fucking hell, your wife cheats on you. Just so you know, this, so what we got there, mate. Frank Yeager is retired. I like Frank Yeager. This is the new I beat you after a week of cocaine. I beat you with cum in my mouth. That's the new level of trash talking. I beat you with fucking cum in my mouth, mate. I fucking love that so much. Oh, fucking hell. Did that girl think she was saying something? I think she did, Steve Spiros. I think she thought she was winning the argument, mate. Dougie, why do they have deeper why do they both have deeper voices than Dougie? They don't, mate. They don't. That's Ian Gary's mother. She's a cum-drunk cockaholic. You know, that's Ian Gary's mother. Dougie, did you see me roiling copper piping down the road? Yeah, I didn't, Justin Kennedy. What? That's my house's Wi-Fi alarm. Someone's in my living room. This isn't good. Dougie, did you see me? Oh, we did that one. What makes a casual a casual? I feel like they're watching, in my opinion, I feel like even if they are watching all the cards... Yeah, you're not a casual if you're watching all the cards. You're not a casual... Listen, if you're in this stream, you're not a casual. If you watch all the cards, you're not a casual. You watch my videos, you're not a casual. You're not watching some fucking small channel that nobody cares about if you're a casual. And you're watching all the cards. Casuals watch just the main events or just the pay-per-views. That's a casual. All these guys... The irony is, all these fucking inbred retards that have been on my channel all fucking week calling me a casual do not understand the fucking rules of MMA, and I've been flaming them about it. Like yesterday in the shorts. Yesterday I made this short, right, which was me yelling at pound for pound. About what the actual rules of MMA are, right? The boring fight one. They're literally going, you're a casual, you're such a casual. I'm like, bro, I'm fucking explaining the rules of MMA to you. If you don't understand the rules of MMA, how are you fucking calling me a casual when I'm explaining the rules of MMA and I'm explaining why Khamzat Chimaev was stalling in that fight? And all of a sudden, I'm the fucking casual. It's because you don't get the rules. Fuck you. Where am I up to? What makes a casual casual? That was it. Hunter Campbell looks like a supervillain to me. One of the most untrustworthy people I've ever seen. Yeah, he's clearly untrustworthy, Steve Spidos, because he literally says to everybody, you know, I'll give you a title shot. I'll offer you a title shot. That's the mastery of Hunter Campbell's negotiation tactics. Just to lie to them and offer them title shots. Unless it's a Sparky, mate, they're gays. No, Sparkies are pretty much corporate guys. Like, Sparkies aren't really tradesmen. You know what I mean? Sparkies are like autistic children. You know what I mean? The red wire goes in the red hole, and the blue wire goes in the blue hole. I'm going to charge $1,000 an hour, because I know where red goes. The red wire connects to the red wire. Yeah, no, Sparkies aren't really tradesmen. Instead of making you change your picks on Sergey, we should have made you bet on it. You lose. You watch all of Dana Black's memes and read them out loud. Eric, they are disgusting. I click off them now, Eric, when you send them to me. So is this what happens when girls went to Dougie and John's private school? That's exactly what happened. You grew up with cum in your mouth. You're in the living room. Someone's in the living room. Tim will be here every stream and say he's a casual. I know. I love it. I love when Tim does that. Fuck MMA Che. I like MMA Che. Why are we saying fuck MMA Che? Calling someone a casual is gayer than AIDS? I agree. Because he's Jewish. Okay, stop that. You're a casual because you're not Muslim. That's exactly what it is, Larry. That's exactly what it is, mate. The rules of WMA are if you have a nice bunda, you'll never get fired. True. True, Alex. Very true. Because his teeth got caved in by a dick. MMA check, because his teeth got caved in by a dick. Oh, fucking L927 gunner. Pull up. Bro, Sparky is Clash Royale card, bud. What are you talking about? The other below. Wiring is piss easy. I know, mate. You put the red to the red, you put the black to the black. Like, that's not hard. Do you ever eat instant noodles or do you have self-esteem? I haven't had instant noodles in a long time, Mr. C. No. I hate watch all of his memes. Absolutely terrible. It gives my eyes AIDS. Yeah, I just click off them, dude. I read the opening line and I'm like, oh, it's that gay shit that Eric sends me, and then I click off it straight away. I want to talk to you guys about this. We could have made a video on this today, but it was too late. And tonight I'm going to be making the memes video, so I'm not going to make a video on this. So I'll just talk to you guys about this. Sean Strickland, as I'm sure you guys have fucking heard by now, has been sentenced to 6 months for rushing the cage. If he uses it, Sean Strickland has already, by the way, ducked an Israel Adesanya fight. He's a fucking pussy. Don't forget that Sean Strickland also ducked the Robert Whittaker fight before his Dricus du Plessis rematch. He's a fucking pussy. But if Sean Strickland sits around for 6 months saying that, oh, I can't fight, I would fight these guys, but I can't fight everyone because I got to go to this gay fucking anger management call. If Sean Strickland pulls some bullshit like this, they just let Brian Ortega walk up to the scale while he was literally dying. They just dragged Brian Ortega back from the hospital. You saw how he walked up to the scale. Sean Strickland could fight in China. Sean Strickland could fight in Australia. Sean Strickland could fight in Paris. He could fight in England. He could fight in Brazil. Sean Strickland could fight in Abu Dhabi. Sean Strickland could fight in Saudi Arabia. Sean Strickland can fight in Vancouver. Sean Strickland can fight anywhere in the world as long as it isn't in the United States. That's all it is. That's all this suspension is. Sean Strickland is going to sit around fucking ducking fights and saying that he can't fight because he was suspended, and he absolutely can. They don't call them Sparkies because they're down to spark up the meth pipe on the job with the rest of... They don't call them Sparkies because they're down to spark up the meth pipe on the job with the rest of the crew. I mean, they should. Those Sparkies think they're too highbrow for us, but they should have nose beers and the globes with all the other tradies. You definitely aren't a casual. I'm closer to that than most of the chat. However, I don't understand the rules. I acknowledge that they are too vague to be used for an argument. That's fair enough, Carpathius, but I broke it down pretty simply. Like, the short only went for 1 minute, and I made a pretty succinct argument on what the rules are. Are you going to show Bilal and Nacho the classic Dougie Riz and pull a baddie at the regional show? No, I'm not going to try and pull a baddie at the sports event. No. I'm going to go and watch the fights with some of the boys from the chat. An anger management course? I know, he's not going to do that. Izzy is crying. No rematch for him. Izzy can still get the polo match again. Strickland has anger issues. He does, mate. No, we literally all agreed he shouldn't fight Izzy. I'm not saying, like, he should or shouldn't. I'm saying he turned it down. He should have fought Whittaker. But I'm pointing out to you, Eric, that he turned down the Izzy fight. Like, Sean Strickland has been ducking fights, bitching online, crying. I'm sick of fucking Sean Strickland and Colby Covington. That boy Dickless, mate. Carpathius, the rules are too vague. It's not being a casual. Damage could be perceived in different ways. Nobody could be wrong. Yeah, but it's impact. It doesn't even say damage in the rules, Spyros. Like, again, I tried to make a slideshow explaining this to chat, but it was like trying to explain to a bunch of kids in a special needs classroom. Chat weren't interested in looking at my slides. I've broken down the scoring criteria of MMA pretty succinctly using the power of Gronk. Wasn't Ortega supposed to move up to 155? He was! Looks like he absolutely needs to because he nearly died. Sean Strickland's mustache is thicker than Dana's dick pic when he sees John Jones. Bilal, you the other Bilal, not as good Bilal, the not as good Bilal in the chat, you bring up the Dana White dick pic a lot. It's concerning to me. It is concerning to me. Sparky is a Clash Royale card, mate. Don't even know what you mean. You either die a young based Deshaun, or you live long enough to see yourself become a pussy duck Strickland. True, Mr. C. True and based. Pretty sure that Sean can even fight in the US, just nowhere governed by the NAC. That is right, Bilal. There's 90% of the world Sean Strickland can fight him. Watch him just sit on this as an excuse. He was, but his beak grew back too small and let him... too small for him for lightweight. You know, the ego, when the beak grew back, I thought it would be heavier. You'll never get called a casual for saying Sean Strickland is boring, but if you call a wrestling match boring, you're a casual. I know, Nitro Gaming. It's sad, isn't it? Impression of me sending you anthrax in the mail. What the fuck is that? Bilal and Nacho, you must peer pressure Dougie to try and pick up a chick to We're going to a fucking warehouse to watch some cage fighting, Eric. What chicks do you think are going to be there? To Riz. Like, just picture the event for a minute, guys. Who the fuck is going to be there to Riz? We're going to the northern suburbs of Melbourne, which is where all the fucking happens, to a warehouse to watch regional MMA. Impression of Cruz being Strickland's anger therapy. Impression of Dominic Cruz being... You gotta sit here with me, dummy. You gotta talk about your dad. You got to do it, dummy. Go on. Open up, Sean. Impression of Eugene Berman putting a Walmart bag over a dog he rescued from the pound's face, thus ending its life. No, sus Pastro, don't think we'll do that. Saying someone ducked Whitaker because they wanted to fight Dricus instead would be like saying I ducked my 12-year-old niece to fight an average adult male instead. So Larry denies the ducking accusations. I like it, Larry. All other commissions will adhere to the suspension. If they don't, they can face repercussions. No, I don't think the Saudi Arabian card gives a fuck about what NSAC thinks, and there is no repercussions that Saudi Arabia could face from NSAC. Impression of Alexa Grasso sitting in her face, and then she lets out a little Mexican toot. No. Dougie, how long ago did you make the short about the rules? I'm trying to find it. Literally yesterday, Steve Spidos. Strickland's getting on my nerves too. Based, Chris EJ. Agreed, Steve. It's not what makes it casual. It's the, separate the comments. I didn't look at Dana's dick pic as much as you looked at... You're a weird guy, the other Bilal. Not as good Bilal. I don't know who half the fighters are anymore. It's what makes me a casual. Yeah, but Carpathiest, a lot of the fighters are only on 1 or 2 fights in the UFC. Because we churn through so much dog shit from the Contender Series at the Apex. Don't feel that bad about it. There's 700 fighters on the roster. 200 of them are women. So you don't have to know who they are. Then you got 27 fighters at heavyweight, and then the other fighters, like, you've got all your old unks that you know and that you love, but then you got the new guys who are on like 2 or 3 fights and they've fought at the Apex. They're just copy and paste. They're just copy and paste fighters. You know what I mean? Impression of Chris EJ spamming tip pics in the Discord. No, I never said at the event. Well, we're only going to the event, dickhead. Kraken bikey sluts will be there. Yeah, I'm not talking to them. Shyla, finally, you're late. I needed you like 37 minutes ago. I was trying to make my pick between Sergey Pavlovich and Walla Ortez Acosta, and I needed a based orthodox person in here to back me up. Very disappointed, Shyla. Notice how there are no more sounds in your living room. I made it away with your TV. The TV wasn't on, dickhead. Riz up, Fight Fairy. No thanks, I'm straight. You're obviously going to get drinks after. We might not, dude. If it finishes late, I'm just going to head home. Or before. I don't think we are. Impression of Frankie Edgar sizing them up after getting stiffened in the BKFC. That's what you get! That's what you get! Impression of an Indian finding out Chael's sister has a dick. show us tits and penis soda. Impression of Hamzat winning middleweight title and yelling Allahu Akbar. No. I got off the Strickland train after the DDP fight. So much bitching and moaning. I agree, Eric. I completely agree. No, Chay's sister wants to open a YouTube channel. Of course she does. Classic. With the exception of Shara, who is at least fighting on the continent he lives on, have we ever seen the UFC just blatantly work around the NSAC rules? Ooh. I mean, in the early days, Lazar, yes. In the early days, but apart from that, I'm not sure. Zhang, Aljo, and Cortez are all locks. No, Sergey Pavlovich will sleep Walla Ortez Acosta. The old Sergey Pavlovich is back for some reason. I don't know why, but he's back, and I know that he's back. Fuck, you can't, you know what I meant? But there will be... Shut up, Eric. If Bilal or Nacho finger your beer still slamming it like DDP, are you going to risk getting roofied? No, I'm going to buy a new beer. Better open it. She will. Impression of Urseg saying the Kaikara France loss was a flip. Man, it's just a flirt, you know. He caught me on the way in. It caught me on. It is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. Pavlovich is the lock of the card. There you go. Sergey was sleepy during the Tom fight due to the time zone. Sus Pastor gets it. You know what's going on, mate. You get it. Dougie, what's good? Just stopping by so you can say my name. Have a good stream. Good day, and I love you. Thank you, Bobby Mays. I love saying your name, Bobby Mays. You got one of the most fun names to say in MMA YouTube, Bobby Mays. Thanks, mate. You have a good night's sleep, brother. Fucking hell. Dude. Look at Brian Ortega. Oh. Look at Brian Ortega. And when you pair this with how he walked up, to the face-off, if you guys weren't here at the start of the stream, fuck. He's fine. Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. He's absolutely fine. He's absolutely fine. There's nothing to worry about here. Brian's doing fine. God almighty, he's never lifted a weight in his life, has he? He's literally never lifted a weight in his life. Good God. How do you drain yourself that much and have that much of an Anthony Smith rig? Fucking hell. If Aljo does not win this guy is right. Brady is right. If Aljo does not win this is the worst look. Aljamain Sterling has to win this fight. Just straight up has to win this fight. Okay, well, I thought it was a given, but I mean, after the UFC developed a good working relationship. No, I don't think they have, Larry, but again, like, they're not going against the NAC. They're just moving him to a different region if he fights, say, in Saudi Arabia or in Canada or Australia, you know? They're just moving him around. Like, I'm just saying it's not an excuse because you've been banned in one commission in this global sport that we have. Not an excuse. If Wilder wins, I'm going to be furious. Me too, Justin Kennedy. Me too. Did Chrissy J block me? I would say so, Sus Pasture. You're a weird guy. He's fine. He's fine. He's perfectly fine. Ortega, the type of guy to look like this and then get a masterclass. I know, Eric. It's fucking annoying, isn't it? Ortega would make a cute method. He would. I swear if he wins this, I'm going 90 in a school zone. I don't blame you, Eric. I do not. I do. Don't do that. Fuck. Don't. I'm on the internet. Don't fucking do that, Eric. But I get what you're saying. Ortega's in a deep depression. I know. Ortega's cooked, mate. I just watched your short. I don't know what the rules of the fight needs to be progressing towards a finish. Even I feel like you could argue Hamzat was trying to get a finish. No one is just holding him down, doing pitter-patter shots. That's timidity. You got to be advancing the fight. Look at that smile. Look at that smile. I don't agree, but you could make an argument that there's usually more after that. Is that all you're saying, Steve Spiros? He looks like he just got finished with the prison shit. He does, dude. He looks like he just got dragged through it, mate, and brutally assaulted. What's up, Tim? How are you, man? Dougie Cunts, Romans lends ear. Dougie Cunts, Romans, lend me your ears. Please tell me Dougie picked Walker or Pavlovich or both after the other day's slander. That would be as hysterical and contradictory as the Bible and the Quran. I picked Waldo Ortiz Acosta, and then I thought, what would my grandfather do in World War II? In the guerrilla warfare, fighting off the Germans. And I picked Sergei Pavlovich. I usually skip this part. What part's that, Nitro? Holy shit, he's going to struggle with that one. I know. I got there eventually, Carpathius. Ortega looked like an extra from Walking Dead, didn't he, Shyla? The way that he was just meandering up to the face-off. Bloody brutal stuff. Other commission might hold up the ban, not really within the United States. The fuck are they going to do in China? That's what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck are they going to do in China? What the fuck are they going to do in Saudi Arabia? What the fuck are they going to do? Look at how he walks up. We just watched it, but, like, you just saw his face. Look at him wandering up. He nearly fell over. He's a minute away from death. How are they allowing this? You can do fucking anything in China. Oh, man. Good stuff. What is the game plan for Ortega? Try not to have a heart attack while he's rehydrating. That's the game plan for the next 24 hours. Against Aljamain Sterling, pray. Just straight up pray. Just pray. Cain Velasquez just got done with Ortega. Bend down and pick up the soul. I didn't mean to type that at the end. Oh, fair enough, Steve Spiros. I'm with you, dude. Let me back you up then, mate. Let me back you up, Steve Spiros. Back on up here for me, Steve Spiros. Just put this right here for me. I just watched your short. I didn't know the rules said fighter needs to be progressing towards a finish. They do, yeah. Even I feel like you could argue Hamzat was trying to get a finish. I don't agree, but you could make the argument. You could, but it's hard to say when he's just camping in crucifix. He's not really progressing towards the finish, is he? You literally did not think that we pressured you into changing it? No, I had a super Serbian patriotic moment where I could hear the Serbian national anthem and look at all the blown up and shot out Orthodox churches, and I just knew that Sergei Spivak was going to win this fight. How big do you think Brian will take it? Disgusting. He's walking like I do after a whole bottle of whiskey. Based, Justin Kennedy. Based and funny. In the early days, they didn't have commissions. They just fought on Indian reservations like real men. Exactly, Mr. C. That is when the UFC had fucking men in it. Now it's got a bunch of boys in it. Brian Battle can't even be bothered making weight. Boys. Where back in the day, you just took a bunch of steroids until you became a heavyweight. Men. Yo, I reckon Wes Wilson has more of a chance than Ortega. I think Wes Wilson at this point does have more of a chance than Ortega. Disown. How are you, Deshaun? What's good, man? Hey, Deshaun. What's good, man? I hope you're having a good Friday, man. It's weird how everyday Mexicans are zombies. I know a couple of Mexican guys who would take eating and went to keep fighting, and the other guy didn't want to fight anymore. Who would take a beating and want to keep fighting. Yeah, the Mexicans, they just soldier on. I mean, how else are you going to get through the desert to get over the border? They're built for just soldiering on. No, sus pasture. How are you, TCW? Good to see you, dude. No. Damn, Dougie, you saved yourself from any sort of scorn by staying true to your Slavic roots. I have to approve of your principle of loyalty. Very frog-like. Thank you, Tim. I was 100% loyal while making my picks. Thank you, Tim, and thank you for noticing, Tim. Slava Srbija. Prisoner of Dougie. So, no. I get what you're saying, but I don't get why you think the UFC itself would want to do that, especially given that we've never seen them do it before. Because Sean Strickland gets clicks. And he's a good fight for Israel Adesanya. So you can pair Sean Strickland ducking Israel Adesanya with having this inbuilt excuse of, well, I couldn't fight anyway, man. And the UFC do go around the commissions because, again, like you said, Shara Bullet, there's no fucking way Shara Bullet would be allowed to fight in the United States. And the UFC are quite happy to just be like, well, he can fight in Abu Dhabi, so we'll fight him there. Wes Wilson, the karate guy that has trained forever with Wonderboy, getting destroyed in the striking, one fight and getting a submission the next is absolutely fucked. It's MMA. You never know what's going to happen, do you, Mr. C? It's a wild world that we watch. Timmy wanted to go against Sergey so bad. No, Eric's lying. We forced him not to be a race trader. Eric's lying. Kalei, you... Okay, Sus Pasture. Sus Pasture trying to get Lenny. He is, mate. Shannon Briggs in his prime might be the most roided up fighter ever. Dude looked like prime Dougie. There you go, Mr. C. You get it. The NOC has the power to make life hard for the UFC. If I was the UFC, I wouldn't want to push their buttons just to get a guy fans aren't even clamoring to see on the card. Yeah, it depends on the cards, Larry. It depends on the cards and the makeup of them, dude. Depends on... I'm just saying, the UFC could easily do it. And the NOC, yeah, they could try and make life hard for the UFC, but the UFC has got so much power and influence these days, they are literally getting the Ali Act changed for themselves in boxing. Like... Quite frankly, I think with the amount of donations that the UFC probably gives and the amount of lobbying that UFC does, again, to be able to have the Ali Act amended literally just for them, like there's going to be no other fighting organization that's going to be able to have a unified boxing organization, only the UFC. I think NSAC can suck a big dick. If the UFC wanted them to, Larry. If the UFC wanted them to. Soldier on with card drill, soldier on. Turn it into meth. True. Sure, it doesn't have a suspension on him, though. I know. I'm just saying, they do go around them. Impression of like, no. Zhang versus Walker. To what round Walker can protect his chin? Till about 4 minutes in the first round. Top 2-0. Till about 4 minutes in the first round, my friend. Why the fuck is Shara even getting promoted? Maybe he's promotable in the East, but I don't see how he could be a star. I think he could be a star because he's got a nice stand-up style and he's got a bit of a gimmick, you know? And there are Eastern fans that are Muslims that cross over to Western audiences, Steve Spiros. Khamzat Chimaev crossed over to Western audiences really nicely. Khabib did cross over to Western audiences. So yeah, I could see why they're going that route. Kashara Bullet, you know, he's a stand-up striker. Can be fun. I mean, that spinning back fist, that double spinning back fist was impressive and very highlightable. And then the fact that he's got one eye and fights like a pirate, it's promotable. All right, buddy. All right, buddy. Shara could never make it in the top 10. I agree. Top 2-0. I agree. Shara looks like a Neanderthal they found in the random cave in Fallujah. This is true, Justin Kennedy. He does. He does. He looks like he's been bombed and a bit of shrapnel went into his eye. Buddy, I don't call you pal, friend. I ain't calling you pal, friend, buddy. Don't call me a pal, yeah? Person of everyone in chat having 15 on 15 gang... No. I think Fluffy is going to bully Artie up. So do I, Alex. So do I. So do I. So do I. I think Fluffy and Alex is a very, very interesting matchup. That two wrestlers, not wrestlers, the jiu-jitsu guy versus the wrestler guy, even though apparently we're all a bunch of fucking casuals because we don't like wrestling, but we were all fans of Fluffy. Make it make sense. Yeah, I think that's a good fucking fight. And I could see RDR sitting on bottom, trying to throw up submissions, and Fluffy Hernandez doing his knee breaking and side control. I could see that shit happening. I agree, Alex. As Dougie says, we all need to be on both sides of the debate to make an informed decision. Exactly, Tim. Exactly. You're a smart man, Tim. Thank you. You're not wrong about that fact. The fact is quite wrong. Impression of Shara seeing Ian Gary hold hands with his wife while he kisses her ex-husband, and Shara is doing the maths in his head to figure out who he's going to hit. Oh, brother. I don't know who, brother, but one of them is going to get hit, brother. I'm going to take one of them out. Just the aura, I guess. One of them strikes but blind like Bisping, checking all the body. Just the aura. Yeah. One of them but strikes and is blind like Bisping. Yeah, exactly, Eric. Eric gets it. Eric sees it. You know what, Doug? I know, Eric. This is what happens. If I stay live for too long, the chat goes completely out of hand. What happened? Another head kick from Leon Edwards, bro. So the PFL's really just done after tonight. Huh. PFL is stupid. Why the PFL start in March and then finish? PFL is stupid. Shit, they get 500,000 though. That is true. You know what? Brian Battle might just sign with the... I've seen people saying that Brian Battle should get a couple of wins and then he'll be back in the UFC. Brian Battle should just go sign to the fucking PFL. He could cage hug his way to a PFL championship, make $500,000. You're not making that much money in the UFC, Battle. It's only duty, bro. I'm not reading all that at midnight. I don't blame you, mate. Impression of me using... Yep, it's like 3 a.m. I don't see Fluffy beating Kyle, but I can see him beating Chimaev. MMA is so dumb sometimes. See, that's the thing. I don't see Fluffy beating Chimaev, Alex. I think Chimaev beats Fluffy, but I think Fluffy gives Chimaev his hardest fight. Yeah. PFL is dead. PFL is going to die. Yeah, PFL's out of money. PFL's suing all of its major investors. Froggy's still live. They wanted me to go live for a bit, and I had some time. It's not quite 5 p.m. yet. I can still make the meme video. So I thought I'd hang out live for a bit. And they've absolutely wasted me being live, Nacho, by just making a bunch of gay comments. Can Imavov be a tough challenge to Khamzat Chimaev? No, I don't think so. No. I think it goes Fluffy is the toughest challenge. Fluffy, then RDR, then Kaio, and then Imavov last. GSP can put his dick... Yeah, see what's going on? All that money had to be money laundering. It did, Eric. It did. All the shit at PFL, how have they wasted this much money? Battle ain't coming back anytime. So I know I've just seen people saying, like, go and get 3 wins and make weight 3 times outside of the UFC, and the UFC will re-sign him. I don't think he should, dude. What's up, Rob's neighbor? Good to see you, brother. How the fuck did they waste billions and only get Ngannou? I know. And people forget, they also just got given Bellator. It was a stock swap. It was a stock option swap, so they didn't even pay for Bellator. It's fucking embarrassing. Had the potential to steal so much talent with that crazy amount of money. I know. And they could have sold themselves as the hardest competition in sport with their tournament, and they absolutely fucked it up. Guys, it's like 4 p.m. I know, it's like 4 in the afternoon here. It's fine. Yeah. Impression of Brian Battle beating his... Okay. They should have actually done some promoting. I know. They could have made, like, cinematic event. But also that, Eric, they've wasted half their money. But if this is the first half of their tournament, that means their tournament's going to be over by, what, November? They didn't even run a full year. That doesn't sound like the chat. I know, Nacho. Are you surprised? It's not really going around the commission to let Shara fight over there. He's an ocean and a half continent away from the commission. They have zero involvement with him. This is true. I'm just saying there are options for Sean Strickland to fight again. Will you do a watch party today? I will. I'll be live for all of UFC Wang Zhang Vang versus Walker. The whole thing. First prelim to the very last one. It's on at like 8 p.m. at night for us Australians. It's wonderful. I went live to work on a bike tonight and ended up just chatting with the chat. That does happen, Rob's neighbor. You just hang out with the chat and talk shit. It's good stuff, mate. That does happen. Brian Battle seems like the kind of guy to have monster cans all over his rooms and holes, and he does have it. And above the shelf on his bed is just every single beer he's ever drunk. That is Brian Battle. I've never heard of any major PFL event in the States. No, they're dog shit. They're absolutely dog shit. Johnny Walker by a silly high kick. I don't think so, Kid Zone. Why? Kid Zone, you shouldn't be here. You're for children. You shouldn't be here. So Sean lives in and would have to leave their jurisdiction to fight, which is a lot different. Seems like it'd be a sketchy choice for the UFC, but I'd watch Sean versus Shara. Oh, yeah, I'm not saying they'd make Sean versus Shara. Oh my God, no. God, no. No, Shara's way too far away from Sean Strickland. I like the Sean Strickland-Izzy rematch. I think it's great. I think Izzy can get that name back on his legacy, like right that wrong. I don't think Sean's in the right headspace to beat Izzy right now. Sean versus Whitaker is good too. Sean versus Brendan Allen's not bad either. Where do you think a lot of PFL fighters will go? Back to regional BKFC? One can't take them. Ryzen might take... They'll just come over to the UFC. It'll be like when the WEC fell and Strikeforce fell. They'll just come over to the UFC. Yeah. He just wants to bang. Just let me bang, bro. Honestly, I think Delidze is a tough fight for Hamzat. I know he just got dominated, but he's good on the ground, and someone at Extreme said he tore something in Hamzat's knee. I mean, rolling on the mat, doing something on Hamzat's knee is one thing, but you just got done by Fluffy, dude. I disagree, Steve Spidos. I disagree, man. I disagree. Baldy was right about Francis. He was! Francis is a bad guy. Baldy was absolutely right. Very true, brother. I straight up just saw JDM on TV doing an ad for erectile dysfunction. What? If you can't get it up, get this in you and you'll be right. Keep pinging the bird. Picture this. Every time a fighter fouls, the opposite coach gets a remote they can use to send a shock to the fouling cup at any time they want during the fight. That would stop fouls, Mr. C. But it would take Eugene Berman too long to react. That got him. Get out of my room, Mum. Brian Battle, probably. Get out of my room, Mum. I've been cut from the UFC. I don't want to be seen. Impression of Grey Shirt 108 screaming you for a $50 Amazon game. Sir, why did you redeem? Why did you redeem? Why, sir? Fight start at like 3 a.m. Nice. Welcome to being a European for once, Eric. Will you be getting pissed during the stream? I don't know, Nacho. Maybe. Does Magomed do the same thing, or does Alex Sharma magic work this time? I think Alex Pereira gets slept this time because he's got to go forward. And if he goes forward, we'll actually be able to see the true boxing potential of Magomed Ankalaev. Get mogged. Yeah, I think he gets slept, mate. Does Walker know that he is going to be getting KO'd brutally? He does. That's why he's there. That's why he's smiling about it. He loves it, dude. First prelim is at 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be at work. Holy fuck, Alex. How late do you work? He'll be pissed during the stream. I will be pissing during the stream. That is true, mate. Sean versus Izzy is the only fight to make for both of them. No. Sean versus Whitaker is a fight to make because they're both coming off losses. Made no sense without the comma. Thank you for the punctuation, Capatheist. I appreciate it. We don't want Izzy to get one back. He's been too privileged and needs to be fed to a rising contender. He just was fed to Imavov, Eric. He just did that for the UFC. Fights are prime time for us on this side of the world. Based UFC, I know, but only when they go to China. Not when they come to Australia. Only when they go to China. Would have said Hernandez if he wasn't booked with RDR. I would have said Hernandez if he wasn't booked with RDR. Against Chimaev. Fair enough, dude. Impression of Matt Hughes getting hit by a train. No, keep your cock from looking at my nose. JDM in the commercial. Stop your cock being as floppy as my nose. Get this in ya. Izzy versus MVP. Ooh, the most boring fight anyone could possibly make. We've already seen Izzy versus Yoel Romero. Izzy versus Cannonier. From the boring superstar that brought you striking from ranges, like Izzy versus Israel Adesanya. Izzy versus MVP. 5 strikes for the entire fight. Lock in. I think the best odds to beat Hamzat are number 1, Fluffy, number 2, RDR, number 3, Delidze. You have Delidze a lot higher than I do, Steve Spidos. A lot higher. Costa rematch. Costa's coming off a win. Izzy's coming off 2 losses. You know what, Eric? It makes sense to do the Costa rematch. They should make Izzy versus Shara. Would be a good striking matchup. It would be, Nacho. That would be a good one. I agree with that. But Shara's nowhere near Izzy. Advertising gas station picogram. Yeah, that's right. I didn't cheat. I just had to get it up at the gas station. Dougie, you're not allowed within 250 yards of a school zone. I'm near school zones. Don't worry about it. Drink all of the alcohol? I might. If the chat would like an example of dyslexic Dougie, besides there is no limit to ways to express it, even though reading it correctly the first 100 times, last few streams, I've been reading Mr. C's name as Mr. C, then the informal spectacular bit as Mr. C, sending a comment to informal spectacular that will flip after a few weeks, even though I'm aware of it now. Thank you for that, Tim. I appreciate that, man. You think Ortega wins if Cortez promises him one last night? I reckon he'd beat Ngannou with a promise like that. No, I think Ortega's the kind of guy that would just sit in the end of the bed crying. I'm glad you offered me one more time, but why did you leave me for Costa? You know, the eagle, he can't get it up either. No, he's too soft for that. Person of Dougie noticing the red dot on the map following his every move and location because of the crime he commits. That's going to happen, mate. When you're as based as I am, they're going to follow you around. Change the rankings too. Hernandez is now higher ranked than Caio Baralho. Huh. I guess because Caio hasn't been as active as Hernandez, right? Dougie is reverting to his roots with the Indians where, oh, yes, sir, you know what it is, sir. 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., but we will be watching. Based, Alex. Very nice. Very, very nice. In the Pereira versus Ank card, I made $2,000 on Gay Shi. Ank and Baralho Ferreira parlay. All the underdogs. I lost all the money on dumb bet. That's what happens with gambling. You make a huge ton of money, and then you go, ooh, I feel these tasty parlays, and then you lose it all. I get it, mate. Frankie Edgar is the only person who can beat Hamzat. True. Shit, I'm going to miss the card as well. Do cocaine corporatism. Stay up. He was still in a higher echelon, give a low-ranked guy an opportunity. He was still in the higher echelon, give a low-ranked guy the opportunity, but he just did that to Imavov. He just gave a low-ranked guy an opportunity. I was laughing at Sus Pastor unnecessarily writing it twice. Oh, thank you, Kev Atheist. Don't know if you think that I'm joking about JDM, but I genuinely just saw the television in New South Wales. That's fucking weird, mate. I'll have to say that. By the way, what I saw from Izzy said that Sean and Bilal were trying to book a fight. Not that Sean didn't want to fight. Not sure how I feel about that matchup, but the build-up would be great. Sean and Bilal. That's a weird one, Larry. That's a very weird one. Smart cage where you grab the fence and get shocked by the little, by the cage. I like that, Mr. C. That's what they should have. No insurgibly. Insurgibly does not smell. Mate, I didn't say entertaining, just to get him up there. Well, I did say entertaining. Highest level boxing matchup available in the UFC? Ooh. We've seen it. Max Holloway versus Ilya Tapuria. Dustin versus Ilya. JDM versus Ilya. JDM versus Ilya. If I can finish myself fast, it's disgusting. Feed Izzy cans, he can KO. I want to see what new post-fight celebration he's been working on since before the Sean fight. Oh, yeah, we haven't got to see an Izzy post-fight celebration in a while, have we, Nacho? Dougie, how can I make my 21-year-old redneck girlfriend? Oh, just practice makes perfect. Sus Pasture, practice makes perfect. Have you seen the video of the fighter who wins and then stands up on the ropes and gets shocked to hell? No. What, the fucking ropes were electrified, Mr. C? How is that even possible? Ortega cheated on Cortez, that's why they broke up. The Eagles soared to great heights. No. Don't try and rewrite history, Nacho. No. Ortega got cheated on with Paulo Costa. Paulo Costa absolutely creamed in that pie. You know, the Eagle has his heart broken because Tracy Cortez fucked Paulo Costa, sucked on his secret juice. No, I'm not going to read that, Sus Pasture. There's obviously something about you, mate. Where am I up to? Impression of Tacey Cortez, pooting and asking... No. Sean would 48-47 Bilal. I think Bilal Muhammad would take Sean Strickland down and absolutely fucking ragdoll him, Justin Kennedy. Now, that might be a hot take. They're jackhammering again. That might be a hot take, but I believe that Bilal Muhammad would do bad things to Sean Strickland. On the ground, bad things. Sean and Bilal have been beefing for years. They have, but they're never going to fight each other. Fuck you. Fuck you, Eric. No, Sus Pasture. I said it in the Discord. It was a boxing event in Thailand. Let's check out the Discord, boys. Wait, how far behind am I? I'm not far behind at all. All right, let's check out the Discord, boys. All right, we're going to look at a man get electrocuted in a boxing cage. It's going to be good stuff. Fighter suffers electric chop and freak accident with a Waleed boxing event. All right, let's have a look. Lock in, boys. This is going to be shocking. I get what I did there. Oh, fuck. Was this in India? In Thailand. Yeah, I'm not surprised. So they didn't wire up the sound. They didn't wire up the lighting rig properly. They did not wire up the They did not wire up the lighting rig properly. He goes to celebrate. Fucking hell. Are they in a pool? They're in a pool! Classic Thailand, man. Of course they're in a fucking pool. Oh my god. The camera crew are in the pool as well. Fucking hell. God, I love Thailand. God, I love Thailand. Say Nacho, have a good night, mate. Say, mate, thank you for popping in. Appreciate you, brother. Best mod on MMA YouTube. All right, where am I up to? Let me catch up. Now, in the counter grappling that won the fight for JDM, in a pure boxing match, Canelo hands would have schooled him. No, Larry. Absolutely no, Larry. No. He grabbed the light pole and got shot. That is hilarious, mate. I sent you the articles in the timeline, but you continue to be smirched the eagle. I know, because it's funnier this way, Nacho. It's funnier this way. Who wins, Chris Matinho or Winged Sea? Oh, Winged Sea wins that one. Sean is too big. Bilal takes him down and grapple him. Why did you say DDP is going to knock out Khamzat Chimaev? Because I wanted it to happen, Dirkmania. I was looking forward to it. You know, it's sport. You want your team to win the fight, you know? It's always the little fighters losing than winning the real men. I know, Justin Kennedy, poor little kids. Definitely not Kenny second. It's definitely Kenny, yeah. Edwards was out grappling Bilal in some round. That is true, Eric. But when have we ever seen Sean Strickland be on the offensive with the grappling? Impression of me becoming president of Germany and sending your family to help. Okay, sus pasture. If there's anyone else in here with a degree in psychology or has worked in counseling, can you please tell me if you think Sean is heterosexual? And if so, tell me any. I don't think he is, mate. I think he's a closeted gay. I can't believe you had DDP winning via KO. I know. It was a good pick, mate. It was a very good pick. If only they had followed the rules of MMA and stopped Khamzat Chimaev stalling, it would have happened. Nearly had him in the 5th, mate. So close, but hey, you can't get them all right. But I was very, very close. Impression of a man with a small square mouth. No symptoms. Yeah, no, Sean Strickland's definitely closeted. This is what happens when you hire Sparkies that have never been trained. The blue wire goes in the blue hole. Oh, the water's blue. We'll put the wire through there. True. Can't have shit in Thailand? Mate, I can't wait to go to Thailand and set up my boxing ring in a pool. It's going to be great. You really had DDP winning with a KO, getting exposed? What do you mean? He nearly won with a KO at the end. If only Mark Goddard had actually followed the rules of MMA and stopped Khamzat Chimaev from stalling the fight and using timidity, DDP would have won. Oh my god, you're so behind in the chat. Don't worry, I'll catch up. Thailand with Top Notch Safety Productions? I know, mate. He's fighting for the title soon. Who? Woke up for a piss and then ate some leftovers and you're still here. Dougie grinds on the base level, which nobody sells except Nacho and myself. You know, Mike, we don't sleep. We don't ever stop. We just fucking stream all day, mate. Love you, Dougie Scott. I love you, Sus Pasture. Bro, what are you doing in the woods? What the fuck are you talking about? You're a casual if you thought DDP was going to get the KO. DDP nearly did get the KO in the 5th round. It was a good call. It was the right call to make. DDP was this close to getting the KO. I was right. Impression of Mike Lang, no. There should be Tie Wire as a backup, bro, like they do in Oz. Best mod, yeah, they should be Tie Wire as a backup, bro. There should be Tie Wire as a backup, bro. I agree. Dougie had DDP KOing Khamzat. He nearly did. He nearly did. Fake talk. He nearly did. It was so fucking close, mate. So close. Bilal couldn't have taken down an Aussie boxer. He wouldn't do shit against Sean on the ground. I think he would, Larry. I think he'd take him down and destroy. I think Sean's fire is completely gone, man. Never said he would be offensively grappling. No, that is true, but I think Bilal will be able to take him down and beat the shit out of him. Not as good Bilal. Not what you, no, don't know what you're saying. Look, I've caught up with the chat again. Suspect, I'll tell you, say last week. Just that he wouldn't get wrestle-fucked. I think he would get wrestle-fucked by Bilal, Eric. I think he would. The cum cells have woken up from nap time. I know, it must be the morning over in the Middle East, but that's okay. I hate it so much when you hear from fighters and coaches that some fighter was great grappling over wrestling, and then we never get to fucking see it. But they all do it, Mr. C. They all do it. Like, everyone was, like, talking about how good Alex Pereira's wrestling is, and everyone was talking about Khabib's wrestling, how he was able to out-wrestle DC. Like, they always overhype their fighters. They all overhype their fighters. Everyone does that. Everyone overhypes their fighters. Look at DDP. DDP was talking about how he had a whole bunch of Chechens in the gym. We didn't see any wrestling from DDP over the weekend. None. Impression of Bryce Mitchell running. Michael Chandler. No. Oh my God, you're so behind on the chat. You see, I caught up. Lashunda Pool. I caught up. I meant the fighter that got shocked is fighting for a title. So, oh, is he? Well, I mean, he's got the power of electricity surging through his veins. So he touches someone and they fucking go to sleep, mate. Impression of me being the most heterosexual chat member? I can't. You're not. Only close to a rear naked choke, not a cat. No, dude, he fucking wobbled him hard in the 5th. I've seen it because I've actually watched grappling footage of Sean. Unlike you, you're just a silly goose who doesn't know what he's talking about. I'll worry about Sean Strickland's grappling when we actually see it in a cage fight, not just him running drills with people at the gym. Oh, guys, Mike Tyson might be able to sleep Jake Paul. Have you seen him at the gym? You seen how Mike Tyson's looked at the gym? He's looking real good, mate. I'll tell you what, mate, the training footage on Embedded from DDP, the way he's stuffing the takedowns, he looks real good, mate. Yeah, everyone looks like a hero in the gym against their own coach that they do continuous practice sessions against. I get it, man. You say a pick is dumb, but don't bet on the opposite, then it doesn't. If you say a pick is dumb, but don't bet on the opposite, then it doesn't count. True. Dougie, this is your stream along. What? I've streamed for like 8 hours before, below. How would you schedule the remainder of the pay-per-views? Feel like we only have 2 months left of opening, but there's so many fights to make. You have JDM versus Islam Makhachev on the November card with an undercard of... Who's left? Tom's already fighting. Marab's already fighting on that card. Pantoja versus the new guy, Joshua Van. And then you've only got December as well. In December, you have Khamzat Chimaev versus Paulo Costa. Because Paulo Costa's not busy and just got a win just for the entertainment factor. Oh, and you have Ilia Topuria versus Arman Sarukian in December as well. Did I miss any champions? Eric, let me know. Gaethje has great wrestling. Strickland has great ground game. I know. I'll believe it when I see it in the cage. The post-fight celebration was electric. Very good. People forget, man. Dillas Danis pieced up Khabib in the crowd. That's true. This is true. Sean Strickland in the gym is the most violent fighter of all time, and yet he says himself, when I'm in the cage, it's a chess match. Yeah. Ilya versus whoever. Volk versus... That's who I forgot. Volk versus Murphy. Pantoja versus Jan. JDM versus Islam. Khamzat if he does choose to fight again, but now Khamzat has to fight someone that doesn't really deserve it because all the guys that deserve it have been pre-booked. Dougie, me versus you is Khamzat versus Shitika. I would end you. Literally, dude, I would fucking kill you. I would actually kill you. I could tell that you would die. Have we seen DDP's gym training? He didn't do shit. When we've seen DDP's gym training, he didn't do shit. I know, that's what I mean. Like, just because you're a hero in the gym doesn't mean it's going to transfer over to the cage. I think I've only stolen 2 things ever. Both were when I was in elementary school. I've stolen some things before. If you're stealing from people, you're just doing... Okay, alright. Pantoja and Volk. Yes, so Pantoja versus Van. Volk versus Leroy Murphy, bruh. We can get Leroy Murphy in the cage by the end of the year. The fight went for like 4 minutes. So we could easily get Leroy Murphy in the cage by the end of the year. Is it true? What's up, Sebastian? How are you, man? Ortega versus Aljo is off. No, brother. Ortega versus Aljo is still on. It's going to happen at a catch weight at 155 pounds. Brian Ortega looks like he's dying. I'm not even talking about doing the drills. You don't even know what kind of footage is out there, Dougie, because you've never even looked for any of it. Yeah, I don't care what they're doing in the gym, mate. I care about what I see in the cage. There's so many times people talking shit about what they do in the gym, and then we never see it in the cage. It makes me wonder, is he sus pastor that we found brutally murdered in a dumpster, or is he just reporting the news? Eric is even a therapist. These are the things that we just don't know. I know, Carpathiest. You know what? I don't think Eric even does therapy. I think he just invites them into the office and then does things to them. I know Jiu-Jitsu, bud. You would fucking die. No, you wouldn't. Another Volk masterclass incoming. Yeah, I like the Volk, but, like, I don't mind if it's Mobzar, but I don't know, like, the problem with the Mobzar thing is, we don't know what Mobzar's injury is. We don't know how long Mobzar is going to be out for. Like, it was just some undefined injury that he's out for, which is fair enough, because, like, you don't want to tell your enemies where you're injured in case they might target it. So, if it's not going to be Mobzar, but I like the Mobzar matchup for Volk, and I like the Lerone Murphy matchup for Volk as well. The only person that I don't want to fight Volk is Gene Silver. I don't like that matchup for Volk. You'd ankle pick Dougie? You might, mate. Justin Kennedy's a real man. You might be able to ankle pick me. If me and Dougie fought, he's used his unk strength to take me down before I get up and 1-2 head kick him. You'd just be... It'd be a double leg blast onto the concrete, mate. Dougie, I could beat you up 6'2", 5'5", tower over you with my big Affleck mass. No, you wouldn't, sus pasture. I'm begging you. Dougie has JDM level boxing. It's a little higher than that, Nitro Gaming. How quick can Tom make a turnaround? He's going to KO Gun in the first round. We'll have a contender ready for whenever he is. No, because I think Tom is fighting in November or October. Mate, if he's No, November's Madison Square Garden. So, yeah, we could have him on the December card. And then who would he be going in against there against? Volkov. Is Volkov matched up against anyone right now? Depends on the division, Eric. Getting you hands around, baby. I'm begging. I'm just stretching, Justin Kennedy. It's been a long day, mate. I'm just stretching. He's fighting in October. Yeah, he could do a turnaround by December. I like that. He could do it over December. Volkov is fighting Almeida. When it... See, that's the problem, right? The whole division is chockers. Let's go UFC rankings. If Tom Aspinall gets a first round finish over Cyril Gane, Volkov, Pavlovich, Curtis Blades, Jailton Almeida, Waldo Ortiz Acosta, mate. Well, you can't give it to Pavlovich. Again, no one cares about that. Volkov needs to win that fight. Volkov has to win that fight. Yeah, they'll be out. That's the thing. Like, the division might not move as fast as Tom does, which fucking sucks, mate. The division might not move as fast as Tom does. Because Tom will punch through the division, which is probably why they're making all these heavyweight fights now, so we can get some fights for Tom lined up. Who is fighting at UFC 320? Let's have a look at UFC 320. You got Yuri Paska versus Khalil Roundtree. Abus Magomedov versus Joe Pyfer. I'm begging you. Merab Dvalishvili versus Corey Sandhagen. And Magomed Ankalaev versus Alex Pereira. These are the fights. I'd say Magomed Ankalaev gets it done over Alex Pereira. Might even knock Alex Pereira out if Alex Pereira chooses to forward advance on him. Merab Dvalishvili versus Corey Sandhagen. I think Merab Dvalishvili easily trounces Corey Sandhagen. I think Corey Sandhagen is going to spend too much time on bottom hunting for leg locks, which don't work in modern MMA. Yuri Prohaska versus Khalil Roundtree. I'm going Yuri Prohaska to absolutely beat the living fuck out of Khalil Roundtree, but Khalil Roundtree will survive the beating that Yuri's putting on him. Abus Magomedov versus Joe Pyfer. This one is a 50-50 fight because they're both gas merchants. Early lean is Abus Magomedov. Early lean is Abus Magomedov. And then Oteba Gutierrez versus Ozzy Diaz. These are interesting fights. Got a pack of menthols with your name on it. You know it, mate. It's not the size of the hog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog. Damn bloody right, mate. You keep pinging the cunt. Shame to say, most people think they can crush in the gym and sparring, but have no idea you do not perform the same after a weight cut. Typical casuals don't tap like on the stream as well. That's right, mate. The same casuals do not tap like on the stream. Thank you, Mike. You're a bloody legend, dude. Yeah, that's what I say, man. Like, I don't put a lot of stock in gym training footage. It never really pays off the way that people think it pays off. I put stock in cage performances, which is why I was so iffy about the Pavlovich pick, you know, because I was like, his in-cage performances haven't looked great, man. Such an insult to Volkov. We'll get that right after a robbery. Gives Garn a shot, and then they face Volkov to someone under. I know, Eric. It's fucking bullshit, mate. And again, the UFC have got no one to blame but themselves. Like, yeah, you got fucking robbed, dude. We'll look after you, dude. How about the fucking top 5 contender, Jailton Almeida? There you go. That's a real make-better fight. It's fucking bullshit, Eric, man. It's bullshit, brother. That's a good card. That is a good card. 320 is a good card. The rest of the year is really good, guys. We're eating for the rest of the year. UFC on October is fucking stacked. Like, I don't know if you guys have checked out everything that's coming in October. Check this out. UFC in October. Look at these lineups, boys. Just look at the fucking screen. Look at October. Look at it. It's fucking beautiful. Look at it. Oh, God, it's good. Sorry, I just came a little bit looking at UFC in October. I'm telling you, we're eating now, boy. Enjoy the feast of UFC, because soon we will be in January again. The fucking dark land of January. But UFC in October is just... Oh, God, it's good. I did just bust. I did. Let me continue to read some chats. Alex Pereira left hook. I don't think so. The other Bilal, that's not quite as good. Impression of you hooking up with Laura Senko, but there's... Sandhagen is going to be Ryan Hall retardation levels. I agree. Sandhagen is going to be Ryan Hall retardation levels. I agree, Justin Kennedy. Impression of Nina Drama taking a left hook from Powhatan. Oh, my husband's going to film this. I want Corey to win because fuck that other guy's last name. That is totally fair, Capatheist. What do you think about Font versus Rosas? I don't like it for Rosas, Sebastian. Rob Font has got very good takedown defense. I think we looked it up yesterday. I think it was a 45% takedown defense. It's very good. And Rob Font doesn't gas out. And Rosas' chin is open to get hit. Pardon the pun. I don't like it. I'm leaning Font. I'll probably lock in Font in my picks. Not saying Rob Font is a lock. I'm saying I'm probably going to back Font. Khalil Roundtree is too busy eating. Racist. Powhatan ain't doing shit. I know. Not even racial, just too much of a bitch to pronounce. I agree, Capatheist. It's 45% really good. It's pretty good. Let me double check and make sure I had it right. Rob Font. Takedown deep. No, Rob Font stats. That's just off memory, and I do fuck up my memory quite a bit. So let me just make sure that I'm right about those stats. Takedown defense, 42%. 42% is pretty good. It's pretty good. I'd trust that against Chihuahuas. I'd trust that. Excuse me, dog. How about you say that to Volta Walker's face? Fuck, Larry. I'm so sorry. I forgot the joke that I made about Volta Walker. I'm sorry, man. I've boxed the little brother of the guy that boxed Prime Mayweather and the nephew of Chuck Liddell. I lost both, but I've never trained. I'm not surprised that you lost those boxing matches. Or at least gym sparring sessions. Lost service and was rereading the comments. Mr. C is getting your Arabic mixed up. There you go. Dougie, did you just come? I did. You really think they tried to sneak... They really tried to sneak Varela versus Zahabi in there? Yeah, that's not quite the same level of matchup as the rest of them. Impression of Dougie sneaking meth into rehab. Now I just got to pull this out of my ass. Dougie bust while looking at men. Typical. All right. Aspinall's going to fight. That's cool. Let's see what else. Nope, I got nothing. I'm casual, I tell ya. Well, let me tell you, Capatheist. Delashvili Sandhagen is good. Ankalaev Pereira 2 is good. Paraska Roundtree is good. Oliveira Fiziev is good. Figueiredo versus Jackson is good. Holland versus Mike Malott is good. Pereira versus Harvey. Volkov versus Almeida is good. And the Fiddler versus Hernandez is good, man. Money make the coochie wet. Y'all seen a hoochie yet? I'm a bust open for a dude with a Gucci jet. LaShonda is a whore. ladies and gentlemen. I'm a busted open for a bro with a Gucci jet. She is saying she's going to peel her legs open for a man with money. Lashinda is a whore. Chwiwies is going to get knocked into normality. I think he will, mate. I am, but I'm going to get out of here soon, so I can film the meme video for you boys tomorrow. But we'll keep on pressing on for a bit. Where the fuck has Grant Dawson been? Good question. Grant Dawson. Tapology. Where the fuck has Grant Dawson been? Grant Dawson just fought at the Apex, I want to say 4 months ago, against... I can't remember. But he said he likes to bounce a coin off of his wife's ass. That was like 4 months ago. Did Grant Dawson fight at the Apex against Diego Ferreira in January? Fucking hell. Yeah, pay these fighters more. Yeah, pay these fighters more. Unanimous 3-round ass beating with a huge celebration on ESPN. Fucking fought in January. Pay them more, I tell you. You said leg locks don't work in modern MMA. Oh, right. Tell that to Volta Walker. Yes. I mean, heavyweight isn't modern MMA. Heavyweight is the 90s. I think heavyweight's regressed, to be honest, Larry. I think heavyweight was better in the 90s. President Michael Chandler adopting LaShonda and everyone else from her village. I'll take them all. I'll take them all. You know, you just got to keep going uphill. Dougie, have you ever met Slickness the Thickness? I've never met Cody the Slickness Thickness. I could see Font doing what RDR did to Bo Nickel. I could see Rob Font doing what RDR did to Bo Nickel. Yes! Yes! Yes, 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 yes. Tom is too nice. This is true. Lucinda thinks the best vacation for her is Miami. She knows it. Lucinda is a dude playing the long run. Yes, about to leave. Shorts. Shut up, dickhead. Eric has never been lower. Shut up, dickhead. Brian Ortega does not look good. Did you see him at the Aljo fight? I did. I showed it on the stream. He's dying. Brian Ortega is in the middle of dying right now. It would blow everyone's mind if you found out I'm actually a sexy, thick 22-year-old Puerto Rican chick with chlamydia. It wouldn't. He fought in January. I know, it's embarrassing. Does Corey have a chance against Merab? Yes. If I had to put a percentage on it, feels like a distant memory. If I had to put a percentage on Corey Sandhagen against Merab, I would say he has a 20% chance. He's got to catch Merab with a big flying knee as Merab goes for his single leg. But here's the problem with the whole just catch him with a knee or an uppercut. Merab doesn't shoot on you until you're back up behind the black line and your back is against the cage. If you're going to catch someone with a flying knee when they're coming in for a takedown, it's got to be done in open space. That's why Corey said, and if you guys watch the fights, anytime we're watching a striker versus a wrestler, you'll see me talking about the Monster Energy can and the black line on the mat, because that is literally where the entire fight is happening for the striker. The moment the striker can see the black line in their peripheral vision, they need to fucking jab and change direction as quickly as possible, because there is a takedown coming like 20 seconds after that. Yes. Lashinda, can you help me lose my V card? Only if you have Gucci, mate. Only if you have Gucci. Ortega's on death's door. I know, Chrissy J. It's horrible, isn't it? Took no damage. Oh no, Eric. Fucking Grant Dawson. Fuck him. I want to bounce quarter. Okay, be nice to Chrissy J. Ortega's been on a strict diet of only, the eagle only eats the eagles. Dougie, smile like Ilya Tapuria. I'm actually Dougie's long-lost brother. No, my brother was in the chat the other day. You're not him. We're so close to working on permanent solutions to all the problems of MMA, and he's been crash all angry straight. I've not been angry at all this stream. I've been in a really good mood this stream. Casual take. What are you, a Chimaev fan? Heavyweight MMA is the pinnacle of modern athleticism. The true, Larry. That's on me, mate. That's on me. It's good Ortega is fighting someone that's incapable of harming another human being. When was Ortega's last... Has Aljamain Sterling ever slept anyone? Has Aljamain Sterling ever slept anybody? Let's Strikes. Sean O'Malley. What? No, that's a loss, Doug. That's a loss. Rear naked. Knee bar. Unanimous. Split. Guillotine. Arm triangle. Aljamain Sterling finished Hugo Vinya to punches. Hugo Vinya to punches in 2014. Well before my time. Well, about a year before my time. Aljamain on the Cowboy versus Miller fight night card. That was the last time Aljamain Sterling hurt someone with punches. In 2000. It's 2025. TJ Dillashaw? Let me check. Did I miss that? Ground strikes. Well done, Alex. Well done. Ground strikes to TJ Dillashaw. That is true. TJ Dillashaw was missing an arm, though, to be fair. Like, TJ Dillashaw wasn't a complete human being. Where am I up to? Man, the songs go. I love rock and roll. Move on. Ooh, this song's good. Ortega's been on a strict diet of only. I read that one. Ortega missing that Lucas Tracy Cortez cooch. Why are we slipping Lucas Tracy into this showbiz? Literally about to start talking MMA. Now you want to let... We've been talking MMA the entire time, Eric. We have a really good chat. Well done, chat. We have a really good chat. We've been live for 2.5 hours. We've talked MMA for most of it. 2025 Izzy emoji. What would that be? Izzy behind a dog? How would you have a 2025 Izzy emoji? You guys are all talking about me because you guys are dying out anyway. No future for Mayo people. Mayo people! That's fucking hilarious for the whites. Mayo people. Dude, Lashinda, that is fucking funny. Calling the whites Mayo people. Oh, over under on Lashinda not being... It's Joey. Yep, doubt it. Yep. Man Yan, so they called it beat Yan, but they called it a disqualification. He didn't beat Yan. Who the fuck is that girl? I know, right? He finished TJ with strikes. There you go. TJ, well, I know TJ wasn't a complete human being. You know what I mean? TJ was like a circumcised male. Like, not a complete human being. You know what I mean? Aljo finished yeah, but it doesn't count, you know? Doesn't count. Shoulder injury, exactly. Shoulder schmolder, TJ should have done better. He didn't have a shoulder, Alex. Just because he has different belief system than you doesn't make TJ any less of a person. He doesn't have shoulders. He doesn't have shoulders! You never heard of that one? No, I've never heard him call us Mayo. But Australia doesn't have quite as much racial slurs in it. They just stab us. They don't really call us Mayo first. You started watching UFC in 2018. When Conor McGregor slept Aljamain Sterling is when I started watching the UFC. And then I would go to the pub. I'd go to the local pub and watch the pay-per-views. I did that for about a year. And then I got Fight Pass around 2017. That's when I started watching everything. Can we get CM Punk versus Jubilee in January? Jubilee would still lose that fight. That's the problem with that. It's not a winnable fight for Anshul Jubilee, sir. And we need to get a winnable fight for Anshul Jubilee. I think Anshul Jubilee should probably fight Chris Montano. I don't even know if they're in the same. What's Anshul Jubilee? A lightweight? Chris Montano is a bantamweight. Move Chris Montano up to lightweight. It's the only chance that Anshul Jubilee has. And even then, you could give it to Chris Montano. Fucking hell. Bro just skips my message. Sorry, Justin Kennedy. Leg Shulmeg Silva. Oh my god. Sorry. Leg Shulmeg Silva should have just done better against Weidman. Exactly. One leg Silva should have done better against Chris Weidman. I agree. For me, it's because you made the joke about Arabic script because we did that one. Yep. I'll give you that take on Fight Pass since you took a shot at the disgusting word. I'll give you the take on Fight Pass since you took a shot at the disturbing and morally reprehensible practice of circumcision. It is disgusting, isn't it? Funny thing is, Aljo, with the most title defenses 3, is the most fraudulent title fights ever, while Merab dominated everyone in the title fights. No. No, the Henry Cejudo fight was close, but not fraudulent. And he did beat Piotr Jan in the second one fair and square. No, I disagree, Showbiz. I feel like that's a bit of an MMA guru take. Aljamain Sterling. Tapology. I feel like that's a bit of an MMA guru take, Showbiz, because the Cejudo fight was close. I gave it to Cejudo, but it was close. Like, I could see why they gave it to Aljo. TJ Dillashaw is a completely irrelevant win because TJ Dillashaw just clearly wasn't ready. And the Piotr Jan defense in 2022, he won that fight. Straight up, he won that fight. He won that fight. And whether or not, he was faking it against Piotr Jan in the first fight, Piotr Jan did throw an illegal knee. Like, it is what it is. So it is what it is with Aljamain Sterling. Yeah, the TJ fight doesn't count. Yep. Don't skip mine. I never skip yours, Eric, ever. Siding with the Catholic Walden. No, I picked Sergey Spivak. Sergey Pavlovich. I picked him. Common Dougie Orthodox win. Based Common Dougie Orthodox win. Common Dougie win. Dougie's done it again. Marab sounded like a skid when he screams like a bit. He does. That's hot take, but I feel like Jan was tired in the first Aljo fight. And that's a big part of why he threw the knee. I was rooting for Jan too. Yeah, wasn't Herb Dean literally saying he's grounded? He's grounded. I'm pretty sure he did. Like, I'm sure Jan heard he's grounded. Piotr Jan, illegal knee. Let's see if we can play back the footage. Let's get down. I'm sure Herb Dean was telling him that he was grounded. I'm trying to find the footage. Yeah, that's it. Alright, let me see if I can listen to it. Okay, that's not Herb Dean. That's the other one. What's his name? He's an Air Force pilot. He's black and he's bald. Let me read some chats and then I'll listen to this and see if I can hear it. Yeah, his team are yelling, just punch, just punch. His team are yelling, just punch, just punch. This is his team right before it.
Just punch! Just punch!
Did you hear that? Just punch, just punch.
Just punch! Just punch!
Look at him just pressing on the head here, though.
Stop! That's illegal. Time.
His knee was.
Yeah, so it wasn't the ref. It was his team going, just punch, just punch. And then he goes and fucking knees him, mate. Right in the cracker. Oof, you love to see it. Let me read some chats. I respect Aljo, but I see the point he's making. Beat Jan, fair. Yep, then TJ. We don't know how I feel about that. Cejudo, legit, but he's been out of the cage, but he'd been out of the cage for like 3+ years. Yeah, but he's still the former GOAT. That's because people are sleeping on where Cejudo's resume was at the time. Cejudo was one of the GOATs. At the time that Cejudo came back, he was still he was a retired double belt holder. That's a perfectly reasonable win to get, especially in a close fight. Yeah. Finally, you agree with me on something, you racist. I'm not a racist. Who's the racist? Fuck Marab. I will give him credit for showing Daggy and Brady's play. That is true. I mean, laughing at him in the middle of the cage. Fucking hilarious. Petard Yarnism. I know. Petarded Yarnism moment. I was on the poop, the balloon. I show popped all. I don't know what you're saying, Lashinda. Never skip. Doesn't even look up. I quoted you saying when McGregor knocked out Aljamain. Did I say Aljamain Sterling? I am retarded. Some people have a tendency to fight dirty, which is fine because the UFC doesn't enforce the rules. But you need to take the consequences. Yes, it's true that, Steve Spiros. Like when the UFC do choose to follow up with the rules, that is just unfortunate when you're used to fighting dirty. Like Saeed Nurmagomedov kept putting his feet in the fence against Bryce Mitchell. Eric, it's just the laziness nowadays. Shut up, dickhead. True, Doug. And you don't have to count it, but hang on. And you don't have to count it really, but you can't give Aljo any shit for the TJ fight. No one had a problem with it was booked. TJ lied and kept the injury secret. I think context matters. Like, I wouldn't have had a problem with the TJ fight being dominant if TJ hadn't have been completely fucking lying to the commission. I think the UFC should have been sued over that, to be honest with you, Larry. And I do think you can call it a write-off because it wasn't really a competition. Like, TJ came into it completely compromised. Yeah, TJ lied about it and it was fucked up and it's not Aljo's fault, but I don't credit him for that one. No, I don't give Aljo any credit for that one. I'm so pissed off at Merab. He's hyping up Aljo so much while he's 10 times better fighter than also ever will be. I'm so pissed off on Merab. He was hyping Aljo up so much while he was being a 10 times better fighter. Yeah, I know. It's true, Showbiz. He was. His team tried to say they told him to throw the knee. No, his team were clearly telling him to just punch. I mean, I just played you the audio. Bro, skip my fucking message. It's both a compliment to me and Mr. C and honoring his religion by discussing education, even by an infidel. Sorry, Tim. I apologize, mate. I thought you were talking to Mr. C. Cejudo was getting ranked after 3 losses. Was Cejudo getting ranked 3 losses after a loss was stupid? Cejudo getting ranked 3 after a loss was stupid to me. What do you mean after his Merab loss? I don't think that's silly. He was a double belt holder. And then he loses to... Sorry, not after the Merab loss. After the Aljamain Sterling loss. I don't think that's silly. I mean, he was a double belt holder. Loses a very close fight to the champion. Comes back as ranked number 3. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. There you go. Eric got skipped again. Eric didn't get skipped again. I read Eric. Never skip. I read Eric. Shut up. I always read Eric. Eric's the man. Eric runs this chat. Bro, Merab is gay. He kissed Sean O'Malley on the neck. This is true. John Jones is my favorite fighter. Sus Pasture's gay. No. Getting lazy just 18 minutes into the stream. Shut up, Eric. John Jones fatigue? It is John Jones fatigue. If there were no rules in the octagon, what would be the first move from a fighter? Eye poke, not showed, or just snapping necks? Probably a nut shot, I would say. My name is Deshaun. Probably a kick to the balls. Eye pokes. Eye pokes go a long way. Like, essentially, John Jones does fighting just by eye pokes anyway, man. I think there was a time, I know. There was a time on the stream, we watched like a 2-minute compilation of just John Jones just fucking eye poking people. So yeah, if there was absolutely no rules, nut shots and eye pokes, and then stomps to a grounded opponent. You should win a fight in order to re-enter the rankings. No, that's retarded. No, Justin Kennedy, no. We came up with the way to fix the rankings. It's all about activity and wins and activity. But you do lose a lot of places. Like, you hold on to losses too. I don't think you should be like Paulo Costa, who lost like 3 fights in a row and then remained ranked. That's silly to me. Like, Paulo Costa was never a champion. Yeah, so Paulo Costa was never a champion. Lost to Sean Strickland and Robert Whittaker. Had 1 win over Luke Rockhold in 2022 and then lost to Marvin Vettori. Like, that run there from the Marvin Vettori, like, so you worked your way up to the number 1 contender to fight Israel Adesanya. You lost to Marvin Vettori. That should move you down to like 5 or 6. You win to Luke Rockhold. Then you don't fight again until 2024, which is a year away. So then you should lose points for being out of the rankings for 12 months. That should have dropped him down to like 10. Then he lost to Robert Whittaker. That should have dropped him out of the rankings. And then losing to Sean Strickland, he should be well out of the fucking rankings there. So Paulo Costa never losing his ranking is fucking insane to me, Justin. I love the UFC most when nothing is happening, but I can think of so many things happen. I love the UFC the most when nothing is happening, but can think of so many things happening. Well, I don't understand what you mean, Eric. Snapping necks isn't against the rules. I mean, it is a submission, isn't it? How does Aljo get back to the belt? I want another title defense for Volk. This fight might do it. Because Aljamain Sterling will have a win over Brian Ortega. You'll have Gene Silva, Yair Rodriguez, all sort of, and Movzar Evloev. Aljamain just lost a very, very, very close fight. I think if Aljamain Sterling wins this, And then as a number 1 contenders fight with Yair Rodriguez, he could fight for the belt after that. How the fuck is that retarded? I don't think you should drop out of the rankings. I don't think you should drop out of the rankings with a single loss. Dougie, do you think a bottom feeder UFC flyweight would beat Brian Shaw type of guy, no rules fight? I think they could. I think they could snap an arm, break a neck, get a heel hook. They could. But if they held on to the huge bodybuilder for too long and the fight was happening on concrete, the bodybuilder could just slam them onto the mat. Yeah. So it depends. Who gets the snapping submission first, or does the bodybuilder crush their skull on the concrete first? That's what Cejudo has done. Oh, I thought you meant... Hang on. Sorry, Justin Kennedy. I thought you meant... My mistake, Justin Kennedy. I thought you meant after he came back and fought Aljamain Sterling. He dropped to 3rd. After he's lost so many fights, yes, he should be out of the ranking. I agree with you. I agree with you on that. I thought you meant back when he just lost to Aljamain. Like when he came out of retirement, fought Aljamain Sterling, lost a very close fight. You meant he should have been kicked out of the ranking straight away. Sorry, dude. Silva versus Sterling, if they both win, since Murphy is next for the belt. Silva versus Sterling. If I was Aljamain Sterling, I'd be picking Yair Rodriguez. I reckon that's a super winnable fight. Cejudo is 0-3 since he's come back and still... No, I agree with you, Justin Kennedy. That was my mistake. Did you see that Fabian Edwards got a head kick KO exactly 3 years after? I did! I was watching the highlights of it, but I didn't bother talking about it because it's PFL and no one cares. That's what I said. You don't have to count it, but you can't give him shit for it either. No one said he was taking an easy fight. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, no, but I wasn't giving him shit for it. I was just like, I don't rate a fight for it. But no, I wasn't giving him shit for it. TJ's condition was TJ. I agree. I wasn't giving him shit for it. No, I didn't mean to anyway. I just don't give him any credit for it. But I wasn't talking down about it. I was trying to... People were talking shit about Aljamain Sterling, and I was like, you're going a bit harsh on him there. Get a rankings after a loss, still fight. No, I'm sorry, Justin Kennedy. That was me. No decent comments to entertain unless you made the million. Impression of Paulo Costa yelling at his wife after she texted him. Oh, what the fuck? I thought you wanted my secret juice. Oh, what's up, bro, Joey? How are you, dude? My name is Dougie. I make an MMA video every single day of the week, and I go live all the time. Although I am getting to the end of this live stream. You came in right at the end. If you want to catch the next live stream, hit the subscription button and the notification bell, brother. I'll be going to UFC 321. I'm fucking hyped for my first event. That's awesome, dude. Well done, man. I'm hyped for you. I've never been to a UFC event. I'm going to a local MMA event next week. It's going to be fucking great. I forgot Yair existed. Get them out of the fucking top 5. What an annoying ranking. So I agree, Eric. Aljo versus Yair could actually be a pretty sick fight. So that's what I meant. That's Aljo's path, right, Larry? Like, Aljo beats Brian Ortega. This is a fucking layup. God, if Aljamain Sterling drops this, just don't even ever mention him in title talks again. This is a fucking... Like, Brian Ortega is dying. So, let's get past Brian Ortega. Let's get a 3rd round submission. And then let's chase down Yair Rodriguez. And if Aljamain Sterling can get a close fight with Movsar Evloev, B's dick of a fight with Movsar Evloev, a win over Yair and a win over Ortega, you do Volk versus Laurent Murphy, bruh. And then you do Volk versus Aljamain Sterling, bruh. And you tell Yair Rodriguez to sit on a... You tell Movsar Evloev to go and get a finish. Dougie on a board Friday night on a scale of 1 to 10. How easy it for you to watch? Okay. Very good, Trollstar. I mean, you're living up to the name, Trollstar. You are living up to the name. He wouldn't have been kicked out of the rankings if he wasn't part of... Okay. I killed a whole bottle of fucking Grey Goose and I haven't eaten all day. That's not good, Steve Spyros. Eat something. Order some Macca's, cunt. I wouldn't mind Aljo versus Yair. I know. It's a good fight. An easy win. I wouldn't mind Aljo versus using Yair for an easy win. Neither would I, Eric. That's a good fight. Which current champ loses their belt first? Sadly, I think it's Volk. Pantoja versus Joshua Van. I think Pantoja wins. Marab versus Sandhagen. I think Sandhagen wins. Volk versus Laurent Murphy. Bro, I think Volk wins that. Ilya versus... It depends who they match up Ilya with. If it's Arman Sarukian, that's a hard fight. I think Ilya could win that. JDM beats Islam Makhachev. Khamzat keeps his belt forever. Ank Yuri's an interesting fight. Tom is going to keep the belt forever. I think it is Volk. I think because Volk has got just... Larone's not an easy win, but I think Volk can get it done. Movzar's not an easy win, but I think Volk can get it done. And then Volk versus Gene Silver, I really don't fucking like it. And then you know what? If fucking Sean Brady keeps winning... If JDM gets through Islam Makhachev, which I think he will, and Sean Brady gets the Ian Gary fight, I think Sean Brady can beat Ian Gary, which makes Sean Brady the #1 contender. And I, as JDM's manager, I do not want JDM versus Sean Brady. I don't want that fight, Alex. Oh, man, I don't want that fight. Look, mate, bit wasted here. Kick it. Yep. I thought you were streaming all the way until Brother Brazil versus mine. No, I'm getting out of here soon. Lots of people did, though, with that message was to the community. Yeah, fair enough, Larry. We're on the same page then. Who's Trollstar? If I did, how would they say that? Brian Ortega beats Volkanovski. Brian Ortega's best Volkanovski has... That doesn't even make sense here. Fuck Mobzar. Aljo title shot. Yeah! Right up Volk's legacy. Yeah! Oh, yeah! Let's go Volk's legacy. Oh, yeah! Said a couple of curse words, probably why I couldn't see my comments before. There you go. Deshaun's a casual. Yep. Half of us are Aussies as fuck. Half of us are Aussie as fuck, mate. Let's say cunt. Cunt. Let's all say the word cunt because we're Aussies. Cunt. Fucking sick cunt. I'm pretty sure you just said Corey eats Marab. I didn't mean that. Notice that. No, I meant Marab destroys Corey. Could you pull up Ortega's face off and pull up William Gomez weigh in and almost identical the way they struggled to walk like a bloody newborn? I've pulled it up a couple of times already, Deshaun, but yeah. Ortega's dying out there. Dying, mate. I feel bad for him. It is what it is, brother. I'm going to make so much money on JDM versus Islam. I know, Steve Spiros. It's such a good win. I feel, you know how fucking confident that MMA Joey was about Khamzat Chimaev and DDP, and you know how MMA Joey has done nothing but just suck off and lick the balls and tongue the arsehole of Khamzat Chimaev all week long? I can't wait for my JDM beats Islam Makhachev week. It's going to be fucking glorious, chat. I'm telling you. Watch everyone say that Leroy Murphy was boring. Say he knocks that Volk out now. Oh, God, I hope not, Justin Kennedy. No, Islam beats JD N-word. You're delusional. No, Yuri. No. I meant cunt in the friendly way, by the way. Oh, I know, Capatheist. We're Australian. JD makes Brady quit. God, I hope so. Bro, Joey did think Poya... Did you think Poya has better defensive grappling? I know, they're just Muslim fans. It's all good. Brady has an insane back. He does, dude. 500 pull-ups every day. I know. I don't like the Brady fight. What happens to Ortega? Sorry, I'm late to the party. He missed weight so badly, simply kudos. They had to rehydrate him just to make a catch weight of 155. And when he walked up to do the face-off, he looked like he was going to fall over. Like, he looks dead. Only the Chinese commission will allow this fight to continue. And I love it. I killed a whole flock of grey goose today, and I didn't eat any, just let the meat go to waste. Oh, that's sad. I'm an under 50% pick rate. Previous one is casual. Can you poll that, Dougie? I'm an under 50% pick rate. Oh, does an under 50% pick rate prove you're a casual? Okay, Larry. Okay, Tim. What am I up to? Mate, can't. Fucking mate. He looked like death of the weight cut. He did, dude. Didn't expect you to still be alive. Nice. I'm looking to switch trays, Dougie. Do you have an apprenticeship or anything like that to become a plasterer? No. You can just pick up a trowel and get going. I would suggest just calling local plasterers. And, I mean, you can do an apprenticeship. I did an apprenticeship. You can do a 2-year apprenticeship. But I would just suggest calling local plastering companies and see who needs a hand and just working. You'll pick it up pretty quick. I'll call him back. But that is my cue. I do have to get out of here, guys. Actually, I'm going to take this phone call. This is an important phone call. Guys, I'm going to get out of here. It's been 3 hours. Thank you so much for joining me. I really fucking appreciate it. I'll call you right back, mate. That's an important phone call. I really appreciate it. You guys are fucking legends. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Good lads. I'm going to go live tomorrow around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock Australian time. We'll go live for a fair bit. It'll be another decent stream. And I'm going to film the members meme video now. So if you guys are members, you'll see the meme video you'll see the meme video on the channel about 7:45 tomorrow, and then I'll go live after that. Thank you, Spidos, for the $2, brother. Really appreciate it. Good stream today, guys. Good fun. But I got to take that. That was an important call. All right, guys. See you later. Have a good night. Appreciate all of you. Appreciate you all being here. On duty, actually appreciated the long stream. You're welcome, Eric. There you go. $2, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate you appreciating the stream. Thank you for the $2. See you guys. Have a good one. Thank you. I appreciate it, guys. There you go. We'll do a nice stream tomorrow. See you guys.